I'm gonna add to a lot of you.
What is up, guys? This is the Overleveled podcast, episode 110. And before we start, have no idea about Taladia. He may or may not show up on the episode. He may just pop in. Who knows? But gotta talk about the status of Jigga. We talked. Actually, it was me, Bless, and Jigga. And Bless can attest to this. That Jigga needs, he has work and he got a new job, and he needs to, support himself and get more better equipment for his stream. So the door is always open to Jigga once if he, comes back, or if he has the time to come back after work. Always liked having him on the podcast. Brought a great sense of energy to it, and he was all around a really cool dude.
Yes, sir.
Like
Hopefully
I said,
he comes back.
Yeah, hopefully. Like I said,
it's time change or whatnot.
Yeah, exactly. It's it's just so for people to know. They're like, yo, where's Jigga from now on? It's just like, we didn't leave on bad terms, and I always talk to him. So yeah. But of course, we have Alish here. And we have a couple of interesting topics to talk about. Of course, how we normally do these things is talk from the least important news to the greatest important news. But of course, we're going to talk about what games we have been playing as of late. And I'll start off saying this, that I've been playing actually a couple of games. It's been weird because I've been Twitch streaming, just playing games and stuff. So it was like I've been playing Death Stranding and Metal Gear Solid 5 on stream.
Oh yeah, I see you've been streaming.
Yeah, just chatting, in the beginning, because let's keep it real. That's honestly where the viewers are.
Yeah, that basically, yeah.
So you gotta use it. You gotta hustle your way, because Twitch ain't about fucking video games no more. Keep it real. But
yeah, that's definitely true.
But that's what I do. Those are the games I've been playing. I love Metal Gear Solid 5 in terms of gameplay aspects. It's super dope, and I'll go more into it later with some certain rumors to talk about. It'll be interesting for the Metal Gear franchise if they use said gameplay for certain aspects of games, which I won't go into, but later. And Death Stranding, like I said, I don't really hate Kojima games. Everyone probably knows on the podcast I fucking love Kojima games. Actually, probably when I was a kid, I hated Metal Gear Solid 2, but I did that because I was a big fanboy of Solid Snake, and I was just like, fuck that. Why am I playing as Raiden? This, like, all I saw was fucking, what was it? Before the tanker incident, I forgot what it was, but it was the mission where you play a Solid Snake in the beginning. Yeah, and you're like, oh shit, we get like a PS2 generation looking Solid Snake, and it's gonna be dope, because fuck Twin Snakes. I hate Twin Snakes, and I know some people love it. I hate Twin Snakes because they changed the fucking music. They made it more anime-esque, like freaking you see Solid Snake just doing like a freaking weird dodge on a fucking moving car. Like, it looked like an anime dodge. And I was just like, bro, no. But, yeah, like I said, I've been enjoying those games, streaming them and all those.
I also saw you were streaming some VR chat.
Oh, yeah, VR. I forgot about that. Shit. Bro, that is cringe.
That shit cringe. Is so weird.
Cringe, bro. You got some weird people.
That shit is hella weird.
You got weird people on that VR chat.
It's funny, like,
to interact people
stream and like interact, but like that shit is so weird.
Because some people be acting like they're serious too. I'm like, bro, are you a furry? And then they're like, and I always like freaking joke with them, and because I'll be like, yo, I'm new to this. Someone says something about furries. Can you explain what a furry is to me? And then they'll be like, oh no, you're innocent. I need to protect your innocence. I'm like, bro, just fucking tell me. Like, is this funny?
Your innocence, by the way.
Yeah, so it's just funny. Like you got some weird people, you got some chill people in VR chat, but majority of them are weird. Some people just want to be weird on that. I don't fucking
Oh
hate on
yeah,
it.
it's a place to socialize.
Yeah,
You already
dude, it's
know.
funny. I laugh all the fucking time. And then, dude, anytime there's a woman in VR chat, bro, everyone just flocks
you
to it. Everyone
you already
flocks to that
know.
person.
You already
Yo, oh my
know.
god.
The Pokimane vibes, or the Pokimane at TwitchCon vibes,
Bro, yeah,
or
people treat girls like
Amaret,
fucking like sacred items or some shit. I don't know. It's so
bro.
weird.
I don't know, bro. That should
Mm-mm-mm.
be funny as hell.
It is, but that's what I've been playing. What about you guys? Bless.
Uh, I just recently beat Resident Evil, or not Resident Evil, wrong game. Resistance 2 on RTCS3.
That's a good game.
How's it run?
It runs terribly, but the game is still fun though, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, damn. I didn't know you could do like mouse and keyboard support. I tried it like 70% through. I was like, wow, this works terribly, but it's so interesting that I'm gonna keep using it. So I did that. Man, that game is really good. I think Resistance 2 is better than 1. I feel like Resistance 1 feels more like Halo.
Mm.
Like with all the fake warthog sections, like the open sandbox areas a little bit. I don't know. It felt, whereas Resistance 2 felt more linear and focused. Yeah, I think Resistance 2 is better. Though I do still like Resistance 1. Story-wise,
I like two
I
more.
think
I don't know why.
Hmm?
I said I liked two better. Resistance
You
2.
did
I
too?
don't know. Mm-hmm.
You probably liked how it's more linear. I don't know. I like the linear focus. I like the more focus on, like, there's a creepy factor, there's an uncertainty factor with some of the enemies, and
Yeah.
I like the atmosphere more. Whereas Resistance 1 felt like war. Resistance 2 kind of changed it up a bit. I don't know.
I felt like Resistance 2 was like why I like Resistance 2. I think it's also because of how much of a spectacle it is as well. Especially
I respect it.
yeah, spectacle. And I remember seeing, and I think it was the E3 trailer when you're seeing that huge, I forgot the fucking, monsters names and shit like that, but it's a huge thing that grabs you or something, or grabs something.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was so like impressed by that shit on the E3 demo when I was watching it on, I think it was XPlay, G4, whatever, when they were not streaming, but televising E3.
Yeah.
And,
I think I remember that too. Like, I saw that part and I was like, "Ooh, okay." It gave me Uncharted 2 vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, like the lift up from the sequel. I feel like Resistance 1, it was a newfound concept. It was trying to find itself, and 2, it found itself. It figured out what it wanted to do. They figured out what they wanted to do with the franchise. I'm gonna try to play 3. I don't know I'm gonna find it, quote unquote, but I want to play that as well. I want to finish off the series.
Yeah,
good game so far. Also been playing some Rogue Company.
You into that road
Uh,
grind?
a little bit. I've been trying to play other characters besides fucking Lancer, and I fucking suck at other characters. I played Lancer for like 10 hours straight. Now I don't know how to play any other characters, but it is what it is. What else? Getting back into Cyberpunk a bit. I wanted to finish up some like loose end missions I haven't finished yet. There's a lot of missions that I haven't finished, like with Carrie and stuff.
mm-hmm.
I don't know. I still low key still love fuck it. High key still love this game. Even though it's a buggy fucking mess, I can admit that. They shouldn't have released it how they did, but I still love it.
I mean, it's not as bad as fucking Avengers.
I don't know about that. I don't know about
Okay,
that
okay,
one.
okay.
Even I think
Okay,
that's kind of cap.
let me intercede by by Tiladi. What I think he meant was, I think Tiladi is trying to say that Cyberpunk is more of an enjoyable game than Avengers is, and I can agree with that.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
I can't get through fucking Avengers. I literally try all the fucking time. I think I fell asleep on the game.
I did the same. It was just like I can't play that game anymore.
Dude,
That's what
I couldn't beat the game.
But no
You know
one
what
compared
I did
Avengers to
instead?
GTA or Naughty Dog.
You know what I
either,
did
so.
instead? I bought
Yeah.
fucking MK11. Said fuck Avengers. I'd rather play MK11 or I even got Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm gonna play that tomorrow.
Mhm.
Fire.
Yeah, like I wanted to play today, but I lost. Like my fucking PC's been playing up, so I'm trying to fix that shit because I wanted to play Horizon. Because the first time playing that, but I've been getting back into the fighting games scene and whatnot. So that's what I've been doing though. But I just feel though when it comes down to games, I cannot play Avengers anymore. Even though they're adding Tachyon Rifts and what anomaly Tachyon Rifts and whatnot. How many people are gonna play that shit? Not many.
Oh,
And
absolutely not.
What's crazy is the whole Wakanda thing, right? It's like the
Yeah.
Wakanda expansion. I'm just like listen, man. Shout out to Christopher Judge voicing Black Panther. I think he's a great actor, but I'm just like, everyone knows what the Avengers is doing, capitalizing on Black Panther. Okay, whatever. It's like they're gonna be compared to, and everyone hates to say it, Spider-Man when it comes out for the PlayStation exclusive content. That
Gonna be
character is going to be compared, even though they're not going to like being compared to Insomniac's Spider-Man. It's going to be a fact, and if the gameplay isn't,
it's gonna look so. The
gosh.
comparisons are gonna be hilarious. I can't wait for that shit. Yeah.
Like here's something else that you guys don't know about the Avengers is the creative
Hmm?
director fucking left. the
oh yeah, he
company,
went back to
so-
Naughty Dog.
Oh, he
Yeah.
dipped.
Someone said, "What about the Avengers?" He's like, "I left it in good hands."
Huh?
I'm like, "Yo."
Nah, I
yes,
would.
he said
Yo,
I
if
left it in good hands. I was like,
he should have
damn.
said who?
Yeah,
I'm
he
like,
went back
Nah,
to Naughty Dog as a director because he did The Lost Legacy, and that was a good game. I mean, shit. I don't know, bro. I think
Damn,
that
he
was
went
a
from
Square
that to
Enix.
Avengers.
Yeah, I think like, bro. Okay, let's be real. How can you make a games as a service game like the Avengers and make it good? I don't know. Like maybe fucking Suicide Squad might do it right, but even I have skepticism on that.
It's that's incredibly hard because you have to create different mechanics and different systems for different characters because they all have different abilities. It's
And how do you make
they
missions
don't have
fun?
the time. You don't have the time. You don't have the funds to do that. Like who has the funds, the
That's what
time
I'm
to
saying.
do that?
Like people
You're
want to be
making
the
multiple
next
games at the same time.
Division, right? Everyone wants to be the next Division, the next Destiny, and the problem is people don't realize as games as a service is technically more expensive than a single player game because you got to keep up the servers, you got to keep creating like constant updates, constant events. That costs a lot of money, and that's why the Avengers failed so hard and lost money, didn't turn a profit, lost money, and they're going to continue trying to fucking No Man's Sky it. But I don't even think that's going to happen, right? Like they're going to
No.
put more and more money into it. It's going to be a sinking hole, and then they're going to just be like, shit, honestly, this is what I think. I think after the Black Panther expansion, and they have to fulfill the contract with PlayStation with the Spider-Man exclusive content, they're going to be done. They're going to just like be done with it after that.
Yeah, I probably think that as well. Probably Crystal Dynamics will split off. Well, they're probably like half of them is probably working on a different game, and the other half or a
Well,
portion of their team is still working
no,
on
you're
Avengers.
right because the rumor is Guardians of the Galaxy and Crystal is supposed to be working on that. It's going to be a co-op game.
Hopefully, it's better than Avengers.
It's not supposed to
But
be
yeah,
live service.
alright.
That's what the rumor is saying. It's not going to be live service.
Oh, then thank Christ.
It's gonna be co-op. It might be open world. Some people are saying open world. I don't know how that would work for a Guardians game, especially with the traversal, because none of them. Only Star Lord, I would say, has like rockets.
Have
and shit.
floating abilities and fly.
Mhm.
Oh,
But-
but
You've been playing
the
Miles.
last thing I was gonna say is Miles. It's cool. I think it's a graphical showpiece for sure. It's a beautiful game. I'm playing ray tracing and performance mode at the same time.
Mhm.
I've noticed frame rate drops, but they're not significant, so it's fine. But that game is definitely beautiful.
All right.
Beautiful. Yeah.
So my thing is, are you shocked in terms of, and this is could be for Alicia as well, how much or how many games Insomniac's able to put out in terms of having that same level of quality, right? Because they in 2018 had Spider-Man PS4, right?
Mhm.
And 2020 they had Spider-Man Remastered as well as
Mhm.
Miles Morales. And then 2021 Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, which is supposed to be an actual higher budget Ratchet and Clank game compared to Ratchet and Clank 2016. And I don't know if Into the Nexus was a budget.
Yeah, that was like a 4-hour game into the
Okay.
Nexus. Yeah.
So are you like surprised that they're able to put out that type of quality in such a short span of time?
I think it's really, I think it's surprising. Honestly, they put out more games than Sony Santa Monica, and Naughty Dog combined this last gen.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
and it's still great quality for the most part. Like their worst game last gen is like, I mean, besides that, what was that Fuse game?
Oh yeah,
Did that come out last
gen
gen or was it gen
no,
before?
it's PS3. I think. It was
PS3. Well,
Yeah.
Okay,
the worst
okay.
game the worst game for PS4 was my eyes the remake, the Ratchet remake.
The worst game to me is Sunset Overdrive. But that was,
my god, I forgot about that.
But that game is still like a 7 out of 10 for me. That game is still
that
good.
was so disappointing. I was so disappointed with that. Oh my goodness, like it. Yeah, I did not. It was way too repetitive for me. Like I didn't like it. I mean, it was like a 7, but I didn't like it very much because I originally wanted an Xbox for that game.
Yeah,
originally. So I'm glad I did it.
I don't think I even beat it on PC. I think I only put like. I'm ashamed to say it. I think I only put it like.
And it was so bad.
Fucking. Let me see this Sunset Overdrive. I'm trying to like make sure and not to misquote myself. I literally put 79 minutes into it. I'm gonna keep it a buck, man.
79 minutes?
Yes, I don't know why.
Yeah,
I
bro.
can't
Come on, bro. It's not that bad.
I'm not saying it's bad.
Like,
I just don't know what it just didn't click. I think for me.
Yeah, nothing stands out really. Like they tried to it's like they took the Ratchet and Clank writing, like the bad writing of the new Ratchet and Clank game, and then they took like the standard like repetitive quest missions of like the Horde style missions, and they just like made it to one game. And they did that thing in the end where it's like they had the ending, they're like, oh no, this isn't the actual ending, and then they went back. It was so lame.
So, like, for me, I don't think it's a bad game, right? It's just, it didn't click with me.
It's okay. It's decent. Yeah, it's decent. It's not really anything special.
Some people like it, like, well, I don't know if I could say, like, I can't say 50-50. I think more than 50% liked it. For me, it just didn't click with me.
Spider-Man more?
Did I like Spider-Man? I don't know. I fucking love the traversal.
Well, not you. I'm saying, what do you mean by 50-50?
No, like, I'm just saying, it's not 50-50, like, people hate it or people love it, split down the middle. I think it's more than 50% people like Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah, I think so too.
And
I don't
know, maybe I'll get back into it, maybe.
I love the traversal, the guns, and the traversal, the guns, and the great, like the I like movement? the inherent. Well, no, just traversal. But I like the inherent comedy, like the weird, wacky comedy.
Oh,
like it's silly. Some of it's corny, but I think it's still somewhat funny. And I like how it's like random and implemented within the comic book type explosions when you see when you use your guns and what happens when things explode or whatnot. Like I think that's like that wacky thing. I like that a lot. I think it's really cool.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's like their worst game, and it's still a good game. So it's like Insomniac is definitely a top tier dev.
Mm-hmm.
Insomniac has got like really top notch
I don't know.
games coming up anyway. Like with the next Spider-Man game coming out, and like they've got they've got so much good things coming for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I already know for a fact that what they got going is like obviously the first two games did really well. I'm surprised that they haven't announced the next Spider-Man game yet.
It's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
it could
They-
happen.
they're
Like
still rolling out their
honestly,
other game.
it's theories, right?
Yeah.
Because they have multiple teams working on multiple things, right? I very much
Yeah.
think like they already had like somebody, a lead environmental artist, um, on LinkedIn for their next unannounced game, which I think, of course, is probably Spider-Man 2. He worked on Spider-Man, so it's not a hard like jump to conclusion.
Trying-
It's like some people could say Resistance possible, but I just don't see it.
Bro, Blue Point needs to do a Resistance remake.
Dude, you know,
Or-
bro, we'll
or-
go more into Blue
Nah.
Point, but I don't think that's what they're working on.
Nah.
But they could, like,
And they need to
honestly,
bring back those fucking multiplayer.
what I think would be smart is Sony to purchase Blue Point Games. Honestly, just
They
have a
should.
dev. Honestly, be like, listen, people think it's dumb, but bro, Blue Point is good at what they do, right?
They need a remake studio.
Remaking games.
They
Honestly,
need
just leave them as a remake
make everything.
studio. Like
You
know, like,
remake
really-
Siphon Filter, like, remake everything.
And you
bro.
could see like gauge interest, right? Gauging interest of dormant IPs from PlayStation. And
Yeah.
hey, if it sells well, then shoot, have one of your studios makes it. If it doesn't, then no more resources towards said game. But like I said, it's like I think Insomniac was a good purchase for PlayStation as a whole because they're doing numbers with their games, and like we'll talk more about Miles Morales, but I very much think Insomniac's in a good place. Ratchet and Clank, I think in gameplay aspects, gonna be really good. Writing wise for Rift Apart, I am very much like worst case scenario just because of the writer that they have.
Yo,
She's
They haven't had a
from-
good writing. Yeah, they haven't had good writing since like fucking Deadlocked. Don't even worry about the writing. They haven't had a good
No.
story
Well, my
in
thing is, it's
decades.
the person they hired. It's the same person about the GTA Online thing. I won't go.
I know, but the
more
writing's
into
bad.
it.
Like the
Oh,
writing,
yeah.
like their stories are bad anyways. Like
I don't think their
I don't think
story's
Insomniac.
bad. I think
No, like their Ratchet and
yeah.
Clank stories.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not very good.
my issue
I don't-
is it's like they could put forth the effort and hire a good writer, but I don't know why they don't want to. You know what I mean? They
it's-
could.
Yeah.
I think the gameplay is going to be amazing in Rifts Apart because it's going to be a
I
high
mean,
budget.
yeah. It's just always more. I mean, my concern is like I think Insomniac hasn't made a good Ratchet and Clank game since 2009. So like,
Mhm.
it's kind of been a while for them since that, and even Spider-Man, it's a decent. I don't think it's better than Batman. Like, I don't think
It
I don't think
depends.
it's better than the worst Batman game.
I don't
my
know.
opinion.
I can
Like,
argue.
2018 was too easy. 2018 was too easy. Miles was good, but I think the Batman games are still better.
I can agree.
Oh, absolutely.
With,
I think
my
Batman's definitely still better.
It depends because I agree with City. I don't agree with Asylum or Night. I don't.
Agreed.
Night has better gameplay in my eyes than.
I can
2018.
agree with Night, but I don't agree with any of the boss battles in Night, even compared to freaking Spider-Man PS4. Just because, and I didn't even care for the Spider-Man PS4 boss battles. Problem with fucking Arkham Knight was literally their boss battles weren't even good.
Oh yeah, they were
There was a
ass.
tank
Oh, yeah,
battle.
They were terrible. Oh, yeah, they were terrible.
And a stealth takedown boss, which
Yeah,
was
that was
Red Hood.
awful.
And I'm like, yo, that's why I like Spider-Man PS4 more than. And then the writing was ass in Night 2. And without Paul Dini, I'm gonna keep it real. They fucked up. They fucked up with Night. Paul Dini made Asylum and City, and they did not want him for Night for whatever because they wanted
that
to
didn't
make
make
it
sense to
more
me.
mature. What do
That
you
didn't make
mean?
sense to
It's
me.
like Asylum
order for
City
the-
was mature, but Night, it's like your story went down the drain with you wanting to say more mature. It was like, bro, it wasn't good compared to those games in terms of
Like-
story.
No. You know what I found out.
The
right,
original
that-
trilogy is goaded.
Here's what I
Well,
believe. What happened with
even-
what's his name?
What, Paul Dini?
Dini.
No, he never got a
Yeah.
call, supposedly.
Supposedly, he only did partial for Arkham City.
I heard he did City, but he didn't do the DLC for Harley Quinn's Revenge.
No, he
At
didn't do
all.
the Harley Quinn's. No, he didn't do the Harley Quinn's Revenge. Nor he do the ending
But I don't know.
of Arkham City.
Are you sure about that? Because I heard
Yeah.
that he was credited as like
No,
main
it-
lead writer for City.
No. I can't.
Not sure.
I was told that he essentially did up to what's it called? He didn't even do the Joker death thing. That was Rocksteady themselves.
Oh, let me see this.
Supposedly, that's what Warner Brothers told him. Warner Brothers told Rocksteady to kill off the Joker instead of Paul Dini, because he didn't write that, and you can tell the writing is a lot different.
Mhm.
Yeah, no. Supposedly he was lead writer for Arkham City. When they were asking, like, "Oh shoot, why weren't you on Arkham Knight? Like, did they ever call you?" No, like literally, I found out the day of like the announcement for Arkham Knight when it came,
Wow.
like to the public. So no, I don't know, man, because from the quality of writing went down the shitter right after Night, like right at Night went down the shitter.
I gotta say, Night, even though people fucking hated it because Batmobile, it still has the best combat. So it's still a good game. Very good.
I think the game is a graphical showpiece. I agree with that.
And it looks amazing.
Those Unreal Engine 3, bro. Not even like 4.
Here's the
That
thing.
game is still stuck at 30 FPS on new next
Yeah,
gen too.
It's so
But
tragic.
Here's what I think. Right,
Mhm.
it was ahead of its time for a next gen superhero game.
Oh, absolutely.
In terms of what,
for sure.
graphically, or are you talking
Oh,
about
absolutely.
story?
Graphically.
Okay, I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
say,
you can
like, some
compare it.
people will be like, "Yo,
Absolutely.
the story was ahead of its." I was like, "Yo, wait a minute,
No.
Bro, you got to compare it to like
you
not even the
compare-
original Spider-Man. You have to compare it to the remastered Spider-Man to see
Yeah,
which
you
is better
compare it
because
to
this
the
shit looks
remastered-
OD.
Yeah, if you compare it to the remastered Spider-Man and whatnot, you can see like it still lives up to the hype. Like people still want
Oh, I've been
more,
playing
like,
I forgot to say, Spider-Man Remaster. I was playing that on my
Mhm.
HDR OLED TV. It looks really good, remastered wise, 60 FPS ray tracing.
and I've been I've been playing like MK Injustice and soon
Yeah.
to play Horizon, and like I was just like, bro, the graphics still looks good for its game, for its time on Batman Arkham Knight. I was just like, wow. Now
Do you-
obviously
Mhm.
I'm just still contemplating of like, why is Warner Brothers pushing for other characters instead of giving their top tier characters none game? Like we're not like Warner Brothers right now literally screwed the fans over. No
Listen.
two questions.
I
two
said
questions.
this. Gotham Knights graphically looks like shit to me.
Oh yeah, those
Looks
models.
like
Those
shit.
models.
To
Those
me,
character models look ass. They look
don't
so
even
bad.
even compare to Spider-Man PS4.
No,
Even
those
Spider-Man
characters look
PS4.
good. It's
I don't remember that game
comically-
looking that bad, but hold on.
It looks like
Bro,
more
look
like
at it.
It looks bad. Like those
it looks
models.
more what's that game called back on PS2? Batman.
Oh no!
Red-
Don't say PS2, my god. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
No, you
The
bugging now,
gameplay
bro.
wise, it
Chill.
looks similar to that.
Okay, gameplay wise, I thought you said grab. I was like, damn.
Nah,
Really
no,
going
the
ahead up.
gameplay wise, it
I
looks similar to that. Like if you think about it, like they've got like this whole situation to it, like
Mhm.
combo. What's it called? You string combos and you'll get the special attack and whatnot. But I just think that what Warner Brothers should have done is they should have given us a straight up Justice League game and said, look, hey, it's still in continuity with the Arkham games, but it's set in prequel to Arkham Asylum, right? People would go ape for that shit more than they would go for Gotham Knights, and I think it would have restored. It would actually put more faith into WB Montreal's game than realistically what Rocksteady is doing with the Suicide Squad game, because even though they're saying, oh, it's coming out in 2022, that's
Yeah.
gonna get delayed with 2023 most likely now with the game.
Wait, which game would get delayed to 2023?
Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
Who fucking knows? Like, I'm rewatching this gameplay for Gotham
Bruh.
Knights, and I gotta say, bro, like, I remember them saying that they're directors from Assassin's Creed. The fucking gameplay shows. It's like the gameplay shows, like in terms of RPG and shit like that. It's like, bro,
Yeah,
you got the same like
it's
health bars from Assassin's Creed. I'm just like, bro.
Oh God, then that's
Yeah.
a skip for me.
That's
Bro,
why
I think you're
rather
just hating
prefer-
because the lack of the rain, bro.
Lack of
It's all,
frame,
it's all in
bro.
the rain. It's all the
Yeah,
details.
Yeah,
on
maybe
the rain,
they
bro.
should have put more rain.
Bro,
Rain,
it's
debris,
snowing. It's automatically trash, bro. You
No.
you just missing the rain, bro.
Warner
That's
Brothers
it.
really.
What's
Warner
up,
Brothers
Jagger?
Games Montreal. Warner Brothers Games Montreal. If they did a different type of game, not Assassin's Creed type, I think more people would be better off us like that compared to what's it called than what we're getting.
Mhm.
And like you see what Marvels are doing with their games, right? They've got obviously a shitty Avengers game, but DC needs to pull up their socks and be like, okay, we're giving them Gotham Knights. We have to give characters for a full year every month. Give a
Bro.
Bat Family character for every 2 months. A Bat
You're
Family
asking
character.
too much, man.
No, that's too much.
From WB
Yes.
Montreal, you're asking way too much, man. Bro, this is like, I
No,
think
it's
for the studio, this is do or die. Bro, they had, what, how many canceled games? They had a
3
Suicide
canceled games.
Squad game that was canceled, right? A
Two
rebooted
Superman
game, which was Damian Wayne, right? Which was technically
Yep.
canned, right? That's the second game. And then I think the third game was what, a Superman game? That was
No,
rumored.
Yeah.
There was 2 Superman games that were pitched by Warner Brothers Games Montreal that got cancelled.
Oh,
That
okay.
didn't go through.
So, well, there was 2 in development that got canceled, right? But the
Yeah.
Superman game was not in development. It was just a pitch.
It was a pitch. The first one was a pitch, and it didn't get greenlit, but it did look good on paper.
Mhm.
But the Warner Brothers was just like, we need to put the Arkham engine into it. They made it mandatory. That's why they said they tried it with the Suicide Squad game, that didn't work out. They tried it with the Superman game, that didn't work out. So then they said, no, we're not going for it. That's why they said you go back to Batman or go
Mhm.
back to the Bat Family or something, do something with that.
Which is also crazy is they haven't made a game since 2013.
Yeah. It's
So
been
let's say
7
this
years,
game comes
7
out in 2022, right? That's how
almost
many?
9
That's
years.
Jesus, 9
that's
years.
that's 9 years since they haven't put out a game. If this game flops, I'm just
That's
saying.
a that's a
That's
GG.
crazy.
That's
crazy.
that might be
I
a
think
GG.
I don't think it'll do that well because I don't know. The heroes aren't really recognizable. I mean, I guess they are, but the character models they gave me like Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't know why the
Revive
character
2.
models they gave me like Kingdom Hearts 3 detailed.
Bro, they
vibes.
did my
like
they did
look
my
good.
boy Red Hood bad with that mask.
Yo, when you said it looked like Deadpool, I was dying.
Yeah.
Listen,
man.
that is good.
If you watch my video, I was like, bro, man,
Bro,
you're
I
looking
was
like Deadpool.
dying.
What are you doing?
Yes.
The only thing that's going good for them is that they got a really good voice cast. That's pretty much it for Red Hood.
Oh yeah. Red Hood, he got Martin Lee, voice actor.
Yeah,
And
other
I think
than
he's
that,
a
everything
good
else
voice
is just-
actor.
Other than that, they showed the gameplay way too early. I think they should have waited until this year.
Agreed.
That's something that really screwed them over. Is that if they waited maybe like a year, say, oh yeah, the game is coming, but we don't set a release date window.
I'm gonna look at something, right? And I want to see Spider-Man Miles Morales views, and I'm comparing this to Gotham Knights had a 1.5 million, view count, right?
Mhm.
And I'm trying to see what the trailer was. Oh, announcement trailer, 18 million views. 18 million views. Or almost, it's literally about to be 19 million. And Miles, and like I said, dude, I compare Miles to like Nightwing, right? In terms of recognition.
Mhm.
And this game, Gotham Knights, has Nightwing, Red Hood, Robin, and only has 1.5 million views.
Yo,
Hey, man,
what
it
the
is
fuck?
what it is, bro.
That is a yikes. That's like Xbox game reveal trailer type views. That's a yikes.
All right, all right.
I mean,
Jeff.
he ain't lying about that part. I remember, I think this was a while ago. I compared like the Last of Us views trailer to like, I think it was Gears or Halo. It was pretty bad there.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
And then fucking
All right.
fucking Jack used it. Jeez, whatever. No credit to me.
Yeah.
But Alicia, what have you been playing?
So I've done exams now, so I can actually finally start gaming again. I've been
Mhm.
back on Strikers. I did 2 palaces today. I'm on.
You caught
Wait,
up
Ryan,
with
did you
me.
beat it?
No, you
Okay.
caught up with
Okay.
me.
Okay.
I'm like
yeah,
level,
I'm on.
almost
I'm
level
like-
60, bro.
Okay, I'm level 40, so you probably are further. I just started the 4th palace. I just started the first one. I like the game is really good. I really like the game. What's interesting about that game is like I feel like you hear like Persona critics say like, oh, like the life stuff is too much and the school stuff or whatever, and like
Mhm.
Strikers takes all that out, right? I actually think that it's a bad thing that they took it out because they took it out, but they tell the story in the same way where there's just like there's just like this like at the end of a palace and the beginning of a palace, like there's just so many cutscenes and it's just like a lot of
Mhm.
stuff to remember. And then what it used to be was you would finish a palace, stuff would happen, but then you would have some downtime until the next thing happened. So it kind of gave you some like time to digest what happened, right? Whereas Strikers, it doesn't have that anymore. So everything just feels like it's too much. It feels like Metal Gear for me in terms of like having to digest everything at once. And then by the time have a break, I'm already doing the next palace, and it's just like a constant state of like I just kind of have to. There's no downtime in Strikers.
Yeah, I guess the pacing is
Yeah,
not the
and then
best.
so like there are some times when like let's say like you're doing stuff with your friends or whatever. What it used to be was it would show you like the whole thing and everything like that. It'd be like a long kind of like dialogue or whatever. Here they just cut it. They just cut away. It's just like, huh? Like I'm just like what? Like it's just like okay, that's off. Like that felt off. But honestly, outside of that, the game is still a worthy sequel to Persona 5. Sophie's a great addition. I don't know if I like her or Kazumi more. I don't know yet. But the action is really, I was very surprised. It does feel like Final Fantasy 7 a little bit. It's just obviously more over the top and stuff like that. So I'm gonna hopefully I can beat that soon. Outside of that, I started this indie game called Crosscode. I don't know if you guys heard of that game, but
I think
I've heard of that.
yeah, it's good. It's fun. It's kind of like it has like MMO elements and like kind of like an overworld. I think it's like a over top down action game. I don't know how to classify it, but it's fun. The music is fucking awesome. So that's always fun. Outside of that, of course, I play COD Zombies like every fucking night.
Yeah, bro, you be
like
on that shit, bro. Like
yo,
white on rice.
Black Ops 3 Zombies, like best zombies game, best zombies mode ever. Like across any fucking game, I don't care. Resident Evil, I don't fucking give a shit. Like Black Ops 3 is like it's just so like well done, and it's so sad how zombies is now versus what it was at its peak. And it's just like I can never get bored of it. And it's to a point where like back then, Black Ops 1, that was like when I played, that used to be like the top for me. And then everything else after that, I was like, oh, it's too complicated, whatever, yada yada. I want to learn 20 million things. Now it's the opposite. Now I'm like, okay, those old maps are so boring. I can't play those anymore. Like what, turn on the power and that's it. Like what the fuck else do I do? So like it's literally the opposite now, and I'm so happy that because COD Zombies, like those new maps, like their settings are fucking like someone can make a game out of these settings, like World War One with giant robots, fucking Stalingrad with dragons and shit. Like they can make a whole game out of those settings, and it's just like it's no
Great
fucking
art
zombies.
design.
It's amazing. It's fucking outstanding. So hopefully when I'm done Strikers, I want to be done with it by the end of this week. Hopefully I can be done with that, and then I can start on start back Sekiro and Demon Souls, because that's been a minute. So that'll be good.
I got a question though, because I know you're a big Treyarch fan, and I've been
Yes,
like listening
absolutely.
to some podcasts.
Mhm.
I hear some slander about
Mhm.
COD Cold War. I do have the game actually. It's actually unopened. It's for PS5. Got it because
Mhm.
GameStop shop was going under, so they like had a 20 or 30% off. So I was like, "Oh shit, man, let me get
Mhm.
COD." But I hear all this, like a lot of people think it's like the worst COD for a while, and this and that. Like, what do you think about? I guess the criticism for Cold War. Do you think Treyarch was rushed with this game, or do you think just like a lot of people were just too, like too much, I guess, in love with modern warfare to give, I guess, Cold War a chance?
Honestly, it's Treyarch's worst Call of Duty
Mm-hmm.
by far. Because I play every Treyarch game for at least 2 to 3 years. Like every Treyarch game I played for years. Cold War I dropped it already. And I got Cold War for free with my 3080, and it feels very unfinished because it wasn't their game. They were kind of like given this game because Sledgehammer couldn't finish it, and then they were given only the year to finish it, and COVID fucked it up. So damn it, like I don't blame them. But like BO4, like every chart game, like the guns feel like coming from Black Ops 4, the guns feel really good. The gunplay was amazing. Like the game felt like so fleshed out in terms of like the mechanics and with the features and all that stuff. Cold War just feels like, okay, we're gonna take Modern Warfare, we're gonna take out the good graphics, and we're just gonna leave in like good movement, but we're still gonna leave the health like kind of you get killed kind of quickly, and I get really bored of it. Like usually with Treyarch games, I don't get bored. Like I just keep playing and playing and playing. But Cold War is just like it feels so hollow. And they're adding content. Yes, they're adding, they're adding standoff. They're adding the PPSH. Like that's cool, but the game is not worth playing right now, in my opinion. And I've dropped it, and I have no sign of going back. Even the zombies mode, there's only 2 maps, and those maps they just lack any sort of atmosphere or personality. It's just like base and then like Vietnam base. Like
Yeah, I've
there's
seen that
like
shit.
it's just like so, and they take like, okay, we're gonna take the same enemy from Gorod Krovi, the Mangler, we're gonna put it in the fucking fire base, and like there's no buildables. There's like the wonder weapon is just an AK-47 with the blast. Like it's just it I was so disappointed because like Black Ops 4 I wanted to be in the Cold War, and then this one is like, okay, it's gonna be in the 80s, there's gonna be gore, all this stuff, and it just it's so disappointing. Even the story, I didn't play the story because it's like apparently it's only like 4 hours. Like it's really really short.
The story is masked with side quests, side missions that really don't really add much of anything because they're fucking describing mission intel on characters that don't matter in the story, overarching story. It's just like, I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah, it's not worth it in my opinion. My friend asked me too about buying Cold War, and I was like, no. Like the best thing you can do is get it a year later when all the content's there, when it's like half price. But right now, it's unless you play Warzone, because I know like the Cold War guns in Warzone are really good. Unless you play Warzone, it's not worth it right now.
Bro, Cold War, on top of everything, Cold War has problems on PC where it's like stutters. So that shit is kind of whack. Cold War is better than Black Ops 4 though. Black Ops 4 I just found was terrible. But
not my opinion.
Cold War, I don't know. I hated the abilities. They were fucking annoying. Some of them were unreactable. You can't do anything with.
Oh yeah, the Tor. I mean, the only one was I know what you mean.
There was a lot that were just dumb. A lot of abilities. I don't know. That game wasn't balanced at all. Cold War is at least. I found Cold War fun, and I like the maps of it. But yeah, story it was cool parts like any other COD, but nothing special. And multiplayer is okay. Modern Warfare is definitely better, 100%.
Oh,
Modern Warfare
those
was
graphics?
OD.
Yeah,
Modern
like,
Warfare looks better.
Yeah, they have a
Yeah,
new
if I
engine
wish,
for that.
I wish Modern Warfare had better maps. I don't like them. I don't like a lot. Of,
I don't like the map. Yeah.
like the cave and like that. Like I don't like those big maps, but I wish they had better maps because I would play that game if they had better maps.
Dude, Modern Warfare
Yeah.
definitely
What I
had a
will
good
say-
campaign.
The
What I
way
will
the
say
way
about Cold
Modern
War-
Warfare is
Sorry,
Hmm?
I'll just say about Cold War is it is cool how like they're kind of like changing the maps. Like let's say like some of the maps were too big, so like they like the spawn points were way too big, so they cut those down. I know on like one of the other maps, people complain about the bushes and then they trim the bushes down. That is cool. Like they are changing like parts of maps that are too big and stuff like that. Like I think that's pretty cool because they usually never do that like ever. So
I'll say Modern Warfare. It would be so great if it was just not focused on camping. It would be so
Yes.
amazing. If it wasn't focused on camping, it'd probably be I mean, honestly, it's probably my favorite COD. I haven't played a lot of
Yeah.
CODs though, but it's probably my favorite, even with all the camping bullshit. The guns just feel amazing. The sound design is amazing. Graphics are amazing. It has Warzone, which technically still is my favorite BR, even though I haven't played it in however long. But it's just that game was just amazing, and then the story was OD. But yeah,
I really wanna play that
Cold
game.
War doesn't compare. So.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's unfortunate because it used to be the opposite. It used to be Infinity War. Trek was on top. Like that's how it used to be before this game, like this cycle. Because even like Infinite Warfare versus Black Ops 3, like Ghost versus Black Ops 3 or Infinite Warfare versus Black Ops 4, like, it was clear like Trek was the better one at the time. So
Yeah. Feel that. All right.
but also
yeah, keep going.
sorry, one last thing. People who say they can't tell the difference between COD dev games are fucking capping. I don't know if people can't tell the difference. I don't know if people can't tell the difference. Like it's
I've
clear.
only bought like literally 3 of them, and I can tell.
Yeah.
I only bought COD like Black Ops 3, 4, and Modern Warfare. I guess Cold War. And there's definitely a difference between Modern Warfare and Cold War. There's a definite difference.
I was gonna say, do you think they're going like Treyarch's gonna have to create a new engine or just use Modern Warfare's engine?
I heard that the devs they don't like working with each other. They always like to
Oof.
compete with each other. Yeah, they don't like sharing stuff. So
That's
I think they're
dumb
gonna
as fuck.
yeah, they always like to one up each other. Like I think that's why like with zombies, like they all try to like Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer try to make their own zombies modes. That's like let's see what we can like if we could be Treyarch. So like I think even like they don't take each other's like improvements. Like for example, like Ghost, like the perk Ghost, right? Treyarch solved that Ghost problem like in Black Ops 2, and the other devs like Infinity Ward doesn't want to take that from them. You know, they don't like working with each other. It's really strange.
This is fucking dumb.
Damn. All right. So I guess we'll get into the gaming news, right? And I guess we could go small. And very very sad news. SMT Nocturne on PC been found out that's gonna be 30 FPS.
Hey yo, fuck Atlas, bro.
Bro,
That ass.
listen, wait a minute, Chief.
Wait, nah, it's time.
Let me put my cap for a minute before you rip in. Before you rip in,
$50 on.
I'm gonna say this was not Atlas that did the port. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say it wasn't Atlas. I think it was Sega that did the port because Persona 4 Golden didn't have this issue. That or they just did not. Or listen, if it is Atlas, maybe they said, "Fuck Shin Megami Tensei," because Persona is way better.
Anyway. Yeah, no one's gonna buy this shit anyway. So why is one?
Bro, they really sent this shit out here to die, bro.
This shit is $66 in Canada. Are
Bro.
you fucked?
Dude, I was gonna buy that game too. I was gonna lie. I was gonna buy the game.
Sega really put out this product, and then no one's gonna buy it and be like, I guess no one wants fucking
Nobody
Shin
wants
Megami Tensei on PC.
You know what
Nigga, what do you mean?
Yo,
What are you doing?
No. You know what this means? If this flops, you know what this means? If this flops, right, that'll mean that SMT isn't a big franchise, so SMT5 will be multiplat.
Yeah.
Right?
Probably.
Ooh, there we go. All right, let's
I
not buy
mean,
SMT.
I hope.
Dude,
I
that
hope.
game's gonna flop. SMT5, not Nocturne.
Oh, that's gonna
that's
mega
gonna
belly
flop
flop, bro.
on Switch. I don't like
Bro,
you said. Switch fans.
That's gonna
don't give a
dad
shit.
bod flop, bro.
Bro,
Dude,
Strikers flopped on Switch, bro. You see that sales?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, I did see that.
barely cracked the top 10, bro.
Yeah,
My lord,
it was
yo,
not
crazy.
nice.
it's locked to 30 FPS. I heard that there's frame rate problems on console where it can go to the single digits. And it doesn't even
Bruh.
have the base, like it doesn't have all the fucking base content. Like
Yeah, you
they're
have to pay for the
locking
Dante
out
thing, right?
was it
Yeah.
Dante?
Yeah, you have to pay for
And
that.
putting him as DLC, and the game
Yeah.
is $50. And it's a
Yeah,
remaster.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy.
And
Why
it's
is- why
also
is
it's
this-
also like isn't it also like locked to 1080p or something?
Oh yeah,
not
on
sure.
console?
On console maybe.
Oh god, yo, you might as well
Bruh.
just play the fucking emulated version.
The
Honestly,
emulated version, absolutely, probably.
honestly,
Like,
might as well. That's
These-
I
part
don't
of it.
know, dude. I'm saying, man, maybe this shit was handled by a different company, man. Because it doesn't make
Bro.
They're
sense.
putting it out. They're putting it out. Don't matter.
dead ass, it doesn't matter. They're putting out a $50 product, and it's literally booty
Because,
cheeks.
like I
Yeah.
said, bro, it's weird because also they put on Catherine that's good on PC, I believe. It's like
But,
Strikers.
I mean, that's classic,
okay.
though.
Strikers wasn't really Atlas. That's Koei Tecmo. And
But it's still
Persona-
60 FPS unlocked to 60.
And Persona 4 Golden was them.
Yeah.
Atlas. So
Persona
it's
4
weird seeing
Golden
that.
is unlocked as an unlocked FPS.
Yeah, I don't
This-
know, bro.
this
Like I
game is-
said.
How is a
Weird.
PS2 game dropping the single digits on like? What the fuck are they doing?
No comment.
You can
Like
Returnal.
it
It's
doesn't
like,
make
it's like
sense.
yo, Returnal is like locked six. Like if it's locked 60, all this extra effects, and then PS2, bam, 10 FPS.
It doesn't make sense,
Crazy.
bro. I hope they don't sell a single fucking copy. Deadass.
Big fact.
I hope they don't sell a single copy. I hope bird shit is on their car when they wake up in the morning. I hope they stub their toe getting out of bed. I hope they step on fucking Legos.
And then
What the
day
fuck
one,
is
you're
wrong
gonna
with
buy Persona 6.
Oh, big facts.
Absolutely.
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 Absolutely, G.
Absolutely.
You kill me.
You know me well. Nah, but for real. Nah, that shit is gas, bro. That shit is so disrespectful.
Like I said, man,
quick
I'm
question.
gonna say Sega, bro. It's Sega.
Yeah.
So disrespectful, bro.
And I think that whole DLC thing, it could be fucking Atlas, but it also could be Sega. No one
it's
fucking knows,
Sega.
bro.
It's Sega.
Because like I said,
Sega.
Persona 5, like I don't think you know Bless, but and even Persona 5 Royal, all the fucking
Oh, yeah.
DLC shit. I very much feel, and then Yakuza, fucking was it New Save or something like that?
Like a
you
Dragon,
had to
like a
pay
Dragon
For,
had
you
that.
had to pay for an extra feature that should have been included in the game.
I mean, Sega. I think Sega does. I think Sega starts milking shit when they like it's gaining steam. Because Yakuza, they didn't do this with Yakuza until 7. Because like, oh, it's going multiplayer. We might have clout now, so let's like go all out now. And then
Yeah, right.
SMT. I guess they think like Persona SMT. People think it's the same, so like they can milk it. But it's like
SMT,
even
the
Atlas
problem
milks
is
stuff
that
too.
Persona
'Cause, like,
has,
Yeah.
in terms of popularity, overcome
Oh, absolutely.
SMT. And the
Absolutely.
funny thing is, it's like, listen, I think SMT is a really fucking good game. It's harder than Persona, but the thing is, popularity wise, like, freaking Persona's a spin-off off SMT, and it just became
Absolutely.
more popular.
And also like I know even Persona 4 Dancing is still locked behind a paywall, an exclusive bundle paywall on
Oh,
console. Like that game is
Damn.
you still have to buy the Dancing Premium Edition to get that game. It's so weird.
Yeah. I don't know, but it sucks. Guess go into the next set of news, and we have the PlayStation Store will not go under
Woo.
for PS3 and Vita. So hopefully those indie devs will make their games that
For their
were-
Vitas.
or for the Vitas. If not, maybe they might not, to be completely honest, because they were like, can we really trust PlayStation
I mean,
to
who still
keep the
who still
stores
plays on
open.
Vita? Who
I'm
still
gonna
buys
keep
games
it.
on Vita like that?
Okay. Let me run it back. Like Colin's fucking dev team supposedly sold 30,000 copies on Vita, which
Wow.
not bad for an indie studio. That's actually pretty good, and that's like a profit. They turned a good profit for that game. So there's an audience for indie games on Vita still, and some people play shit like Vita's in Japan, like the buses and stuff like that. There's an audience for that. Now, I'll say this. Sucks for the people that went out and was like, oh shit, I'm gonna spend like $500 on fucking PlayStation
Ratchet and
physical
Clank
games
collection.
or the digital games. I was about to do the same thing. I was gonna buy a bunch of Ratchet and Clank games on the PS3, and so I can keep the downloads and shit like that. And then and I was about to do it the day of, and then that news
Wow.
broke, and I was like, whoo. You saved me
Yo.
some money, my guy.
The one game that you don't buy physical no matter what is Instant Nexus because it comes with a Quest for Booty for free, and it's like I think it's like $10 on PSN. So it's like it's dirt cheap with 2 games. So like that's a digital for sure.
Bro,
But like I still have all my PS3 games.
we talking about the PS3 debacle.
Yeah.
No, not the. We didn't talk about the debacle. We're talking about them reversing the decision. We talked about that
thank
like 2
fucking
weeks ago.
God.
Oh man, them reversing the decision, you love to see it, and this is why I fucking hate people that say, "Oh, fake outrage, fake outrage. Why are you complaining? Shut up, bitch. Let people complain so they can change this shit. What do you mean?"
I agree
Shut
with
up.
that, Bless, but I also will say I don't have that urgency to buy the games now. I don't. Keep that real, bro. I was gonna spend like $200 that day off until
but
they're
at
like, "Oh
least
shit."
you have the option, though. You
No,
have
I don't disagree with that. No, I don't.
the option.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
But like I said though, like Jamie kind of said that shit on Twitter. It's like, yeah, now I bet you guys aren't gonna buy those games right now. And it's like, I mean, you're not wrong. I'm not gonna buy them right now. But
Yeah, but it's like
maybe
unless
later.
they have to. The point is like unless they give you an alternate route to get those games, they shouldn't shut it down.
Absolutely, it's not like PS Now is going swimmingly or some shit. Like,
I don't know why people can't get their minds around that. Just like they're getting rid of these forever. Like literally, like why is that so hard to grasp?
Well, I don't understand why people feel the unridiculously strong urge to be like, bro, why don't you just play new games? Why do you play old games? That's so weird.
Because old games are better.
like PS2. That is true.
Subjective. Like PS2 for me is still like I'm still discovering new PS2 games. Like that shit's my fucking favorite.
It's like that is true, and it's like, why do you fucking care?
Yeah.
What people if I enjoy it's gaming is a hobby. If I enjoy playing old games, let me enjoy playing old games.
Exactly.
Agreed.
It's like, and like them cutting it off and not having an alternative is just like ridiculous. So it's like, why are you trying to why are you bandwagoning against it? Why are you like, oh, what? No one plays old games. You should only be playing new games. What's wrong with you? You're weird for playing old games. You dork, shut the fuck up. What are you
it's like what? It's not like we're swimming.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's so dumb.
I
realized like if it wasn't for PC, like I wouldn't have played a lot of the PS2 games I discovered, like or kept up with my DS games. Like it just would have been lost forever. So I wouldn't want to pay like Pokemon Black 2 on Amazon, like, on fucking eBay for $100. I'm not paying $100 for Pokemon Black 2. Even that game is fire, but I'm not paying $100 for a DS game.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous.
I was gonna say this. Let me interject. And I done this, and I said this in the Discord, even for the Xbox debacle with games. Was it increasing?
Yeah, the price.
The price for their gold subscription. Maybe Sony did this. And let me. I think I said this in the episode or Discord for the Xbox version, but for PlayStation, I'm putting my tinfoil hat. Maybe they did this in order to generate more revenue in the PS3 stores in a short duration to make money.
I mean, I still think they're. I
think it semi worked. Let's keep it real. I think it works semi. If it were to, I don't agree that of course that's a tinfoil hat theory. I don't think that was the case, but of course I think they definitely generated more revenue with the.
They absolutely
news.
did. They absolutely did.
So you never fucking know, dude. You fucking corporations are like, there's gonna be some outrage, but people are gonna buy a bunch of our games, and then we're just gonna say, hey man, we're gonna listen to gamers. You never fucking know with corporations, but I don't think that was gonna be the case.
That shit is hella cursed. Oh man.
I still think they're gonna. Sorry to cut you off. I still think they're gonna try to do BC for old games, just because.
Yeah.
Like PS Now, most of the games on there are like older games, and I think if they want to bolster the value, they're gonna try to find a way to make those games playable, like downloadable. On
I agree with
current
that
systems
because there was a patent for it. There was a patent.
They can't just let those games be downloadable forever. Sorry, cloud forever. They gotta find a way to make those downloadable.
Because if you saw the patent, right, like it said something of like they're gonna somehow implement some trophies and stuff like that for the older games, and
that's the ecosystem thing. Like I think like I agree with you. It's like the reason why they haven't, even though it sounds stupid, the trophies are part of the ecosystem that people care about that are in the ecosystem. So it's like people are less likely to use it if there's no sort of ecosystem benefit with it. So that would make sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yo, honestly, I regret when the PS4, what was it? The PS4 came out. Wait, was it PS4? No, it was PS4 Pro.
You sold.
I was broke. I was broke then, and I sold my PS3 games. The only game I kept was my copy of Uncharted 2 because I love you.
Damn,
but
you didn't keep Infamous 1 or 2?
I regret saving those PS3 games.
Yeah, Infamous 2. I'm just like, damn. Like, imagine like
Infamous 2's cover was lit too.
Games. Yeah, I still have it. The Uncharted 3 fucking sticker still on there.
Listen,
not the sticker, but like the watermark. The watermark is on there. The beta.
Bluepoint, what they need to do, if Sony acquires them, fucking have Bluepoint at one point remake Infamous 1 and 2.
Yes, I'm so done with this fucking not working on RPCS3, bro. I need a 60 FPS.
Because I think Infamous 1 and 2 is underrated. I very much think in terms of
Infamous 2. Sure.
They are some of my favorite games on PS3, bro. Infamous 1 and 2, fucking Killzone 2. Bruh, Killzone 2 multiplayer goated. I don't care what anyone fucking says. That multiplayer is amazing. It's too fun. Plus, if you didn't have internet, you could use bot mode. Them bots were fucking hilarious. It's too much fun, bro.
Yeah,
too much fun.
To imagine that, dude. Infamous, dude. I'm sorry, but I think Second Son was the worst Infamous game out of the bunch.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Bro, the only person that doesn't agree is Meds. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, he fucking loves Second Son. I'm like, bro, no.
He the only one, bro.
The thing, listen, I don't think the gameplay is bad. It's just
the
protagonist,
and
the story,
the overall arcing story.
The side mission. Actually, I think the side missions were worse in Second Son compared to 2.
Yeah, I don't like the side missions.
Some of the powers were boring. Like I like the neon one, but the first light made it. That was like first light.
You don't get the rock powers until like literally the end of the game. That was so.
I hate those
smoke powers.
I hate when devs do that. I hate when devs do that. They give you like a really good ability like right at the end of the game. I like Insomniac did that with Ratchet and Clank 2, where like they gave you like the Hypnomatic right at the very last level, and it was so cool, but they like just didn't have enough time for it to shine. I hate when devs do that.
Yeah. Tragedy. But overall, I love that they rescinded their order. Wait, did Taladi talk about this?
Yeah.
You have to get your opinion?
I think it's muted.
Okay. See? Yes.
No, I've got nothing to say on it.
Nothing? All right. So I guess the next set of news, I guess we'll keep the Bloomberg for last because I have a lot of interesting opinions. Some of the panel members will agree and disagree with me at the same time for that. I guess the other set of news was this. No, actually, we'll keep Resident Evil second to last. was some interesting. Actually, it was a question to everybody, and it's for, I guess, Game Pass, right? For the
Mhm.
amount of subscribers and stuff like that. Do you think we'll ever get an actual like active subscriber number? And what I mean by that is like how many people are actively paying for Game Pass? Because even with I think Netflix and Disney and stuff like that, they don't ever do that for shareholders or investors. They'll just say we
Mhm.
have this amount of subscribers, and what that means is, even let's say if I stop paying for Disney Plus, I'm still included in that, even though I paid for that month. Like, do you guys think that'll ever be revealed, or no? It'll just keep being added on.
Well, first,
I oh, you can go.
oh no, sorry. First of all, it's simply incredible. Get that out the way. Um, I don't think I don't think so. I don't think so because I think that it'll like show the flaws in their system, because like all this exploiting they're doing with like the free codes at Pop Tarts and like the $1 codes or whatever, like that's kind of like going to be exposed like in the forefront. So they're going to keep on doing whatever makes them look the greatest in terms of their investors, and they're not going to ever show monthly active users or whatever like that. That's more useful for multiplayer because it's like those are the people that are paying for like the revenue, like the microtransactions, stuff like that. But like for service, like no, I don't think so.
I think eventually, once it's big enough. Say once they hit like a solid 30 million concurrent, they're gonna start talking about it, or 20, 25. I think
What if it
it's.
dips?
I mean, nothing's fucking sustained forever. I mean, Netflix. I don't know. Their fucking numbers aren't perfectly going up. I guarantee it's not perfectly going up every month.
But it's like if they start for investors, like they're very short-term minded. So it's like if they don't see if there's like a few months where like it's going down, they're gonna start asking questions.
Yeah,
It's
but
like
that's always the thing.
they'll do anything. Like that's why like companies will always make sure they always only show numbers that are going up. They don't like to show numbers that are going down. So like, I mean, I'm more pessimistic in that mindset. Like I don't think if it's going down, they're not going to say anything. That's why they won't say it, at least for now.
Maybe, but I don't know. I feel like it's gonna stop eventually,
Mhm.
or
Well,
it's gonna start. They're gonna start talking about it eventually, but it's just a matter of time. But they're doing great with Game Pass, though. For sure, for sure.
Yeah, it's a good value for consumers.
I'm fucking canceling my recurring billing right now because Game Pass on PC is fucking utter dog shit. I can't even change.
Hey,
I hate that
can't-
stupid launcher. I hate
I
that
literally can't even change where my
Bro,
games are being stored.
listen, bro.
I can't
What?
change it right now.
What?
If you forget
Yeah, I
to
can't.
cancel, bro, I always talk to their customer service like, bro, I took out my card and somehow I got charged. Just give me back my money, and then they give me back my money.
Oh yeah, Sony does that too for PS Plus. That happened to me too.
I just
Give me back my
forget,
money.
and then I was like, fuck it, I gotta just tell them this fake story real quick, so I can get my
Yeah, I looked
money
at Game
back.
Pass. I mean, the thing is, Game Pass doesn't appeal to me because I already have like all the games I want. So like when I looked at it, I was like, nothing on here appeals to me. I got it like for the dollar thing because my friend wants to play Forza, but that Forza wouldn't work on my PC because like my controller wouldn't work. The only game ever where it didn't work, and I was just like, fuck this shit. I canceled right after that.
Dude, the only time I
So
used
peeved.
Game Pass was the last time I used it was for Outer Worlds. That's it.
I still have to play that.
Yeah, that was one of the that was one of the last times I played and beat a game on Game Pass. But it's not like I want to use Game Pass, but it's fucking broken. Like though just fucking Windows integration, it's fucking broken. I'm trying to change where my games download to, and it's literally telling me I can't.
You better pray
So
that
what am
it
I
gets
gonna
integrated to
do?
Steam or something like that.
Isn't that a rumor?
That's the rumor going around.
Yeah.
That'll be huge. If they do that, that's huge.
The only thing I want to play on it right now is Dirt 5, and I can't. So, well, I can, but I'm not downloading it to my C drive. So, oh well, I guess.
Oh god, just when Microsoft.
Yep. And they will never fix this shit, no matter.
Yeah, didn't Phil piss
They haven't even
like
talked
4 years
about
ago?
this shit. They haven't even talked about
Yeah,
it.
it's like
in
4 years ago. He's gonna fix the Windows Store. What happened?
Never again,
Listen,
bro.
they never fixed the Windows Store, bro.
I'm fine with buying the games on Steam. I'll
Yep,
just say
Steam.
that.
I'm a Steam fanboy. I'm a Steam fanboy for life. I don't give a fuck. those Kingdom Hearts games.
Man.
Those Kingdom Hearts games. Bam! What do you think I did with those?
Listen,
Steam
bro,
launcher,
I'm gonna
baby.
keep it real with you. I had a
Launcher, baby.
coupon, and I just paid for the rest, which was like $10.
No, the only game I bought on Steam was Control. Sorry, Epic was Control, and I was just like, I can lose it. That's fine. I'm good.
Dude, listen,
Even
I wasted that
yeah.
coupon, and honestly, it was worth it for me because fucking it has actual HDR on the PC version. Kingdom Hearts
what?
3. Kingdom
Oh,
Hearts
Kingdom
3.
Hearts 3. Yeah, but I got that from. I got the girl at the gym. I got
Oh
her.
yeah,
I got her
I
to
know,
give me
bro.
that game.
But listen, I had a coupon, bro. What am I gonna do with that coupon?
Oh man,
Exactly.
buy an indie
Bro,
game or something.
stick it up your ass. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
You know what's crazy? Kingdom Hearts 3 and even Crosscode, they have this feature which I wish every fucking game had, where like you can change your controller buttons, like the symbols, to like PS or Xbox. I'm like, why doesn't every game have this? Like, I don't know why.
I've seen a couple that do it, but it's definitely not. It's definitely not a lot.
Like every game should have it. Honestly,
but Alish, like, aren't you surprised? Like, when I played that shit, PC version, 100% definitive version of Kingdom Hearts 3.
Bro, that 144 FPS.
And also, how is it that PC has actual legitimate HDR and the consoles don't?
Does?
Yes.
Because devs are lazy.
Like, you have an HDR
they're
monitor.
Fucking lazy.
They fucking like I just like, oh, put my HDR on. Thank you very much. And I was like, wow, this game looks way better in HDR.
I really want to play that. I want to play it again. So like, I want to get Pirates World because I thought that world looked great on PS4. So I can't imagine how it's gonna look on PC because I love the lighting in the Pirates World on Donald and Goofy. Like, they just look really good to me. So, but even I think isn't Kingdom Hearts the 2 like locked to 60 on PC? It says it's 120, but for me it's locked to 60.
Wait, what? No.
Like,
Mine's
yeah, it's really
locked
weird.
To 60. Mine goes
I gotta
up
fix
to
that
fluctuates.
Then. That's weird.
Because I play it at 4K.
It's a weird thing.
Yeah, I gotta fix that. I mean, eventually when I replay Kingdom Hearts 2, I'll fix it. Not right now, I won't fix it.
Yeah, but no, I wasn't gonna buy the other games though. Keep it real, that's too much money.
even when they give an indie game for free, I just buy it on Steam if I really want to play it. Like I can't be bothered to use Epic. I deleted it even. I don't use Epic anymore. I'm a full Steam fanboy.
Damn.
I'm not on that type of vibe yet, but
So the next set of news is very interesting, and it's about Blue Point Games and this recent rumor that Metal Gear Solid will be supposedly remade, and that's been going around for a while. Blue Point remaking, but they're supposedly remaking the whole Metal Gear collection, not remaster, remade, which would be pretty fucking
MGS2. Yo, if MGS2 gets remade, oh goodness, that'll be so fire. I love MGS2.
Don't mind me. I'm just gonna put this here.
That's my second favorite one.
Don't mind me.
Actually, it might be tied for my first. Yo, like, yeah, MGS2 for me is my second. Even it's tied for my favorite. Honestly.
Yeah, take a look at the Discord, bro. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yo, Bloodborne on PC, that'll be the game I buy day one.
I don't believe it, bro. Well, if it comes to PC,
I don't think I believe it though.
That'd be dope as hell.
But
like, let's keep it real.
Metal Gear.
Like, was it Blue Point made a tweet right a while ago before Demon Souls was announced, and I think it was like 2 years ago, right? Or was it a year ago? I'm trying to remember. I think it was in 2019 in November, and they put out a tweet, and it was very mysterious, and it was like it had meanings of Demon Souls, Castlevania, and Metal Gear Solid. And I was like, no, it makes sense. One of them was Demon Souls, and Blue Point could definitely remake Metal Gear Solid, and then Castlevania. Who fucking knows? And I would not be opposed to that shit. at all.
Bro,
And
I
definitely
mean, I
trust
wouldn't.
them with him.
I wouldn't be opposed, but I don't see it happening, bro.
Which one?
Konami just don't care, bro.
Dude, they've been on record that they will lend out
Yeah, isn't
their
that rumor?
IPs.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Like
So
they said they would land on their games and stuff.
very much
Bro.
plausible.
They would have to. Somebody would have to give them the bag, though. Like
Dude,
all they care
you
about
think- you
is
think
money.
Sony got the
Like, bro, Sony
Sony got that
probably gave
PS5 money though.
They got to get the money, bro.
They got
Bro,
that PS5 money.
I think Bluepoint already is, making that game already.
I think
got
so
that
too.
feeling.
All and like MGS One, that remake about to be super lit because that original game is unplayable.
And then they're gonna be like, "Yo,
the game
Twin
is great,
Snakes, who?
unplayable.
Fuck it. Dude, Twin Snakes was trash. Like I said, I hate that game.
Yeah,
Like, that remake was garbage. Like actual garbage. I know people liked it, and listen, man, more power to you guys for liking that game. But they ruined the music. They ruined the cutscenes. They ruined
I heard
everything
that.
about that game,
Yeah.
man. It was just I don't know how people like it. I
You
try
fuck
to
up
understand
cutscenes.
them. Bro, because they changed it, like the choreograph, they added like scenes, like
Mhm.
they changed the
Also-
music.
They can make MGS3 a good game.
Whoa,
Oh shit!
wait a minute.
Controversial?
Yeah,
Oh.
Me and Alicia are gonna agree to
Yo,
disagree on that.
I fucking
like
hate that
MGS3.
game. Fuck. I mean, I thought the part where like you walk through the fucking that like the road of souls that you killed or whatever, that was cool. That was very cool.
Mhm.
But everything else, I fucking hated all the bosses. I fucking hated that game. Oh my goodness, it was so brutal to get through.
Dude, I don't know why.
And also
bro.
like you gotta remember, like I'm coming off MGS1 and MGS2, bro.
Mhm.
It's like
Well,
MGS3,
me-
I'm just like,
okay. You gotta also come from me
Nope.
because I originally hated MGS2, and then I was like, shit, big
Yeah,
boss. I'm totally
yeah.
fine with this game.
yeah,
Uh,
I can see where you're coming from.
So I was
Definitely.
like, I'm totally fine with fucking like the actual like original Snake. I'm fine
Mhm.
with this.
Because
And like
I loved
I
MGS.
just liked it. Like Eva,
Yeah.
I was like, shit, man, listen, man. I can't say more about because I was a kid back then, but shit, like or
Jeez.
well, maybe it was I a teenager, I don't remember. But at that time I was like, dude, fucking Eva, hey. And then seeing Asla young, I was like, yo, this is dope.
Oh yeah,
Just seeing
Asla-
all
young
this
Asla was
shit, I was like and just seeing Big Boss's transformation, and I like the boss a lot. And I wish Kojima was still making Metal Gear Solid. Like he said, he would be interested in making the boss, like making a game with the boss as a main character.
Mhm.
And I like the boss as a character and an individual, and just
Yeah.
a lot of what happened with that story. I liked it. Like I can agree with. I think the best boss for me was the end because it was very interesting and unique. You could just fucking
Mhm.
leave the game on, and the dude dies
Wait.
of old age.
Oh,
Then,
wait. Of MGS3?
mm-hmm.
Like the boss fight?
No,
Can't
the
remember.
end. The end.
Oh, the very end, like the
So,
Oslo.
if you like leave it on or whatever, like for a while, he'll just die.
Interesting.
Or you could kill him at the first time you see him
Hmm.
when he's in the wheelchair, and like you could just like use your sniper rifle and just.
Yo,
kill him.
I fucking, oh my god, I fucking
did
hate
that
the Bush
once.
boss. I hate that shit. Oh my god, that boss was the worst
one?
one. The Bush dude, the dude with the fucking sniper. Oh my god, I
Wait, that's
fucking
the
hate him
end.
so
That's what
much.
I was talking about.
Okay, wait, well, I thought. Are you sure?
Yeah, the end. It was like,
Because
like
I thought the
Mhm.
fire dude was the last one before he got to the boss. I thought it was the B dude.
mhm.
I think it was like
Yeah, no, the end was like the third one.
okay.
I was saying I
It's been,
liked his
it's been a while since
boss.
I played
Yeah,
that
like
game.
I said, I liked him because there were different aspects you could just.
But
get
I didn't know that.
rid of him.
That's very cool.
Yeah, because
I
like,
would say
A,
I will say though.
Yeah,
Yeah, like MGS3 like is very like you can approach it so many different ways. Like the gameplay is very good. I will say that. It's very like you can like I didn't know that. That you can like just let him die of old age. That's really
yeah,
cool.
or you could shoot him
The
when you
hell?
first see him, when he's with
Oh, wow.
Eva and Vulcan.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh
yeah,
wow, I
you
had
could
no
kill
idea.
exactly, bro. You got
That's so that's really cool. But fuck that game.
Damn, what?
God damn.
Man, was just like,
No
yo, this
redemption
is
arc
cool,
for
bro.
Metal Gear 3, bro. No redemption arc. He's like, nah, bro. You still
Never.
trash, bro.
Yo, that
Damn.
game, it was as painful to go through as Octopath, and Astral Chain, and
I don't know,
It's
bro.
in that- it's in that.
I can't say that shit, bro. I don't know, dude. I liked
it's
MGS3.
painful.
I don't know.
It was painful.
Fucking like that game.
I can see why you liked it. I could definitely see like. I don't think it's trash. I just don't like.
Okay, then if I go to MGS4, like, listen,
Oh, my favorite.
MGS4. This is my thing, though. I liked MGS4, but I can say that I think it's the least, like, I think it's the worst, personally, for me.
Really?
Because it was very much fan service. And you could tell Kojima didn't want to make that game. Just because everyone
You think he
was
didn't want to
like-
make that game?
No, I don't think he... Dude, everyone... I think
Really?
even Konami was like, we gotta wrap up Solid Snake's story. And you
Okay.
could tell, like, it was a lot of fan service at the end of the day. Like, freaking pressing X to see all these memories and shit like that. It was like...
I thought that was cool.
I think it was dope, but I was like, there was so much fan service.
I don't
And-
mind it. I mean, I don't mind it because it's like, look, it's your last, like, it's the final game. Like, it's better than like, what game was it? Yakuza 6, where like they didn't give any fan service at all, and they just like put you with a bunch of no names. I'd rather have Metal Gear Solid 4 that other kind of approach, But Old Snake was so fucking lit.
Dude, I just wore the mask to get young Snake. I was like, bro.
I never did that. Nah.
Bro, did you not see his face? I was like, bro, PS3 graphics of Snake's face?
Oh yeah, Snake fucking look mad detail. Every time I see that game, I'm like, damn, that was a good looking PS3 game.
Bro, dude, that was like the best. Like, when it came out, I saw the demos.
nice.
That game was graphically like one of the best.
That game still stands up to this day, honestly, graphically.
Like,
Sandy dunes, sandy desert
it
area.
is stuck on the PS3. Listen, man, these
Yep.
remakes come out, bro. They turn out to
Yep.
be true. I'll be a happy camper, a very happy camper. Like I said, I haven't hated a Metal Gear game. I do think MGS5 has the story wasn't weak, but the way it was presented wasn't good because, and this is the issue, right? When Kojima listened to the fans too much. A lot of people complained about MGS4 with a long cutscenes, right? Kojima was like, all right, well, in MGS5, we're going to cut back on the cutscenes and put it as a format of cassette tapes. And I was
I didn't like that.
and that's the issue. It's like, bro, just you do you, bro. You do you. Don't listen to people, because the issue of it is, like, people aren't going to listen to cassette tapes.
Exactly. Like, it's a very lazy way of telling your story, in my opinion. You can't put in the cutscenes. You gotta like make it into like an optional thing.
Yeah, it's just the
Okay.
problem is he listened to fans. I think the wrong set of fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or was it, or more critics, really? Right?
Did they cover the so like the cut content that they cut? Did they put that in the cassette tapes? Or they never addressed it? Like when Liquid took the Metal
No,
Gear.
dude, bro. So it was like, I forgot if you got the collector's edition. It was, dude. The mission would have been dope. It was was it Lord of the Flies or whatever, Kingdom of Flies or something like that.
Mhm.
And this shit would have been so good. Like, listen, you would have went and the virus would have been like, I guess, set off with the parasite, right, of the English strain.
Yeah.
And Liquid was having oh my gosh, the fucking word, philanthropist, right?
Philanthropist, yeah.
Yeah. And the XOF units were gonna take out a Liquid and try to retrieve the philanthropist, right? And you would have fought that Metal Gear again, and what would have been dope, it's like there were these traps and shit like that you had to go through because of kids and stuff like that. And after you beat him, there's gonna be a scene where you're shooting. So there was like a grenade that launches or like gets near you and it blows up. But the thing is, remember your the shrapnel to your head changes the color, because anytime you get like a blow to the head, your blood is like white or blue or whatever, right?
Mhm.
And so what ends up happening is his fucking Liquid suit is red. So then it turns white because of the trauma. So you shoot everyone and Liquid at the same time. And you find out then,
fuck?
the parasite, because, he got shot and went through the suit, which, that sucks. And he got the strain. And then Big Boss was like, shoot, man. Like Liquid, acting like Liquid and shit like that. Curse my genes, shit like that. And then he was like, you know what? Here's a loaded gun with a fucking bullet. You decide what happens, and we're gonna napalm this area. And then Psycho Mantis saves him and shit like that. Takes out the strain.
Damn.
That shit would have
That would
been
have been
dope.
That would have. That
But
would have
Konami fucked it up. Dude, we would have got Gray Fox. We could have got like a lot of shit. Oh man, that shit pisses me off, honestly. MGS5 would have been better if they had that said like these things, like didn't rush Kojima and kick him off the game. What would have been? What would have been? So going into I guess the Resident Evil showcase. No one cares, I guess, about the multiplayer aspect, RE-verse, mercenaries. I mean, I personally don't.
Huh? Who?
What you mean, bro? It's coming, bro. There's a beta coming out
Yo, the Battle
tomorrow,
Royale,
bro.
let's
Y'all not
go.
pulling up with me?
Let's fucking go.
Y'all not pulling up with me, bro? Come on.
That Battle Royale mode. Let's go.
The beta's gonna be lit.
Yo, which one would you rather play though? The Resident Evil Battle Royale or the Final Fantasy VII Battle Royale?
Dude, that's a
Final
fucking mobile
Fantasy
game.
VII Battle Royale.
Oh, yeah.
Nah,
Oh, you
dude,
don't know
he's
about
talking- Yeah, it's the first soldier, bro. Everyone was
Oh, you don't
thinking
know about that? Yeah.
a DLC. They
Yeah,
were
it's a
thinking that
free-
shit was gonna be like actual like Sephiroth DLC. You get to play as Sephiroth. No, it's a fucking phone
yeah.
game.
Oh my god, it's a fucking mobile Battle Royale game.
No, I think I'm alright. I don't know. I don't know if I'm pick either way.
There's like summons and all that shit too.
Mm.
It's crazy.
Maybe I'd rather play the Final Fantasy shit, but it's mobile though, so I sleep.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm gonna try it. I think I'm gonna stream it. The
Mhm.
fucking the Resident Evil shit. I don't know how long I'm gonna play for. I might play for like 30 minutes, but I'm gonna see what's cracking.
Do people play these games? Like, why do they keep making them?
Bro,
Bro, I know-
listen,
I know
listen.
somebody that literally plays the multiplayer for Revelations, or
That's
what's
crazy.
it called? What is
Resistance?
it? Project
RE
Resistance.
verse.
Yeah,
Was
RE3,
it?
right?
Resident Evil.
Oh yeah, the new one's RE-verse, but the last
Yeah.
one was Resistance.
Okay.
He plays that shit. He played it for like probably 100 hours solid, or
What the
maybe even
fuck?
more. Yeah, bro. He was making videos on that shit too, bro.
Wow.
He was literally giving strat videos. And I watched them. Honestly, I mean, it's still trash. The problem is, man, there's no fucking good asymmetric multiplayer games. Bro, I default to Dead by Daylight because that is literally it's the decentest amount, but fuck. I want to play something else that's asymmetric, and there's just nothing else. And he is on the same type of vibe because he fucking loves Dead by Daylight. He loves Friday the 13th, but that shit's dead. What is he gonna go?
That
to? Like,
game's been
there's
dead
nothing
for
else to
years.
play.
That game's been dead for years. Oh.
Yeah, that shit is shit is uber dead. Like, it's a wrap. So it's like he just looking for asymmetric multiplayer to play, and he fell on that. He played that for a long time. But I don't think no one's checking for this RE-verse though.
I don't think so either.
Mhm.
But what's interesting is we got a demo, and I guess I wish I kind of read the fine print because it only lasted for a couple of hours.
Oh yeah, I didn't fucking play it either. I have it downloaded.
I
didn't play.
didn't know that. So it came out Saturday like afternoon, like 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then after 1 a.m. Sunday, just didn't let you play it. And
Yep.
I
I heard
didn't
it was
know they
rough.
would do that.
Like, what's it
What?
like rough around the edges or whatever? The RE demo.
Was it?
No,
Or maybe, like,
not from what I've heard.
Sorry, that was a PlayStation fanboys probably saying that then. I don't know why.
Rough around the edges.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, you can't jump." In RE8, it sucks.
What the fuck were
Yeah, I
you
was
listening
like,
to? This
was
motherfucking
like,
goofy.
no,
what?
I don't follow. It just comes up on my fucking timeline. I don't know how it comes up.
Bro,
just
you
like,
gonna have to mute
dumb.
the fellas that be liking those posts. Like it's just that doesn't even make sense. Oh, you can't jump. Nah, but from what I've seen from Digital Foundry, it looks really it doesn't look very scary. It looks more like Resident Evil 7, but the open area ended. Like not the open
That's
area,
good.
I guess. But it's like it seems like more of the
RE7 is
open
fire.
area ended areas.
Yeah, RE7 is like one of my favorite. Like one of my favorite. Like, I really like that game a lot.
Well, I'll say for the horror aspect, I don't even think that demo was meant to show the horror in that because they're just
yeah.
trying to show the combat and shit like that.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
not gonna show everything. Like I don't know what people think.
The
They're gonna show
first
anything.
the first Maiden demo, that was more about the spooky shit. This demo is more about just showing combat, the variety of enemies and stuff.
Which is a lot better than RE7 variety of enemies.
And you guys want to comment on the weird fucking the spec list or the performance list that they fucking provided?
Okay, so
what the fuck was that about?
Okay. So was it weird that they did it? Yes, but from Digital Foundry, then doing the ray tracing, it was mostly 60 FPS. 4K
Yeah.
60. I think they put 45 just to fucking say, hey, this
it'll drop there
60, but in the like high intense areas, it may drop to 45. You know?
Yeah, they should have. I don't know. They should have they could have wrote a little bit more. They could have said variable or some shit. I don't know. Or I don't. It's just so weird. Like everybody was like perplexed. Like, what the fuck do you mean 45 FPS? Why would you target that? But it's good that it's not like that. But yeah, drop down as low as 45. That's not that bad though. Especially since we saw gameplay of it being basically 55 to 60 most of the time. So it's not bad.
How was a console game? I'm not gonna lie, probably do the ray tracing.
The ray tracing is very subtle. I thought it was global illumination, but then I was like, and then he talked about it, and it was John when he from Digital Foundry. He said it was diffuse lighting. Yeah, it's very subtle ray tracing, but I imagine it's not that hard of a performance impact. So I'll probably just keep it on PC. Because I mean, I think the PS5 it's still running at the same resolution. Like I think that's
4K.
like the only difference. Yeah, so it's not much of a difference. So performance wise, it shouldn't be that bad.
Yeah. So what's interesting, which I guess we can go over for me, I've been analyzing the RE8 trailer. Analyzed it for quite some time on the Twitch channel. And what I think is this. I think two things. I think the first half of the game we're going to play as Ethan, and I think the second half we're going to play as Chris Redfield. That's my fucking theory.
You know, I'm not going to dispute that. So maybe
I think just because like also Chris is like center of the fucking artwork and shit like that as well.
To be fair, he was in Resident Evil 7 DLC, so I'm not even gonna hold you. He was in Resident Evil 7 DLC. I played that shit too.
I mean, they kind of fucked up Chris there, and actually, they did a lot of shit to Chris in RE7.
This man is
they changed his voice to not even sound like Chris. It wasn't even the original voice actor. This one isn't either, but I think they changed him again to sound like the original Roger Craig Smith, even though it's not Roger Craig Smith. And then they made him look more like Chris. And I don't know what the fuck they were thinking RE7. I was like, okay, you changed Chris into somebody that doesn't even look even muscular as Chris, and his face doesn't look like it, and his hair doesn't. I was like, whatever, bro.
Bro, they're turning him into the Punisher to the Resident Evil 8. Like, I don't know what the fuck they doing. It's just crazy.
I think there's more to it than that. I'm gonna say I don't think Chris is even
Probably.
an antagonist. I don't think that. I think the marketing is gonna say that, and we're gonna think that, and then there's gonna be a revelation. It's not, and I don't know. I don't know what's gonna end up happening. It's gonna be interesting because this, like, we're seeing the Umbrella logo, and we already know by RE7, Umbrella has become a different corporation, right? They're like actually fixing shit. But this was probably pre-Umbrella being good, right? So this was an experiment that has been there for a while. And a lot of people are going to be disappointed when I say this. Lady Dimitri, or whatever her name is, she's not going to be the main villain.
Dimitrescu?
Dimitrescu, something like that.
Or
She's
something
not going
like
to be
that,
the
yeah.
main villain. A lot of people think she is. She's not going to be the main villain. I think how the game is going to go is you're going to face her brother first, then you're going to face her, then you're going to face the other two people. I don't know. One's a woman, and then the other
The
is like
sisters?
no. Those are her daughters, but no, there's
Oh, daughter?
another person. There are four families. Dimitrescu, I don't know his name, the werewolf dude, the lichen. And then there's a
Yeah.
deformed looking human who's also has a household, and then there's a woman. And then there's the fifth person who's Mother Miranda, which you see in the trailer. She has like wings, and you see her in the demo as well. She's probably going to be the main villain, Mother Miranda. So, sorry to say, the vampire woman is not going to be the main villain. You're just gonna
Right.
have
It don't matter,
hours
bro.
with her.
They still gonna mod the shit out of her. You already know the vibe.
Oh, yeah.
But that is kind of sad.
I think
We need more screen time over.
Oh man, shoot. I don't know. Also, like, I think also the trailers, like the first trailer saying, someone's conclusion. I think is also going to be Ethan's conclusion. I thought originally it was going to be Chris Redfield. Now I'm thinking it's Ethan now, which sucks because he only had 2 games. Only had 2 games.
They said they're gonna reset with Resident Evil 9. So he might be smoked. He might be smoked in this one, and then Chris being the last one.
Isn't the leak saying RE9 Apocalypse or something like that? Isn't like that the leaked title for RE9?
Oh, I haven't seen that.
So I'm wondering how the fuck they're gonna reset. It's just like
everyone dies.
Everyone dies.
Everyone fucking dies. It's gonna be like a fucking fucked up anime. Everyone dies. It's gonna be fucking Attack on Titan vibes.
And then what else can you do? Because we have all the timelines now, right? It's like we have Code Veronica, fucking, or like RE1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what they can do.
I think they're gonna reset all. They might reset all characters, honestly. But then, leaving money on the table. The iconic characters of Leon and Claire and shit. But I don't know.
Maybe
we'll see with that. But that demo looked good. I didn't play it, of course, but it looked nice.
When's the next demo? I think it's like, bro,
May 1st.
No. It said 6 days when I last looked.
Oh,
that was on a Sunday. Let me see.
I want to see how it runs on PC. I hope it doesn't have DRM.
Okay, so
last time
it's gonna be the 24th, probably at 5 p.m. again. Remember, guys, it's only gonna be up until 1 a.m. 1 a.m. Eastern.
Bro, that's so trash. Fuck.
And then PC players have it May 1st, like Alicia's saying.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope it doesn't have poor DRM, because last time I played Resident Evil 2, my shit was stuttering until they removed it. So hopefully. But what y'all think about that shit?
I can't wait. Honestly, it's probably my most anticipated game, honestly, this year.
Really? Interesting.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why.
What else?
It just is. Probably my second one would be either Ratchet or... Well, no, there's a couple. Ratchet Returnal or Tales of Arise.
What else is coming this year? Because the latest game I know is, besides the 14 expansion, is like World Ends With You. So I'm
Tales
trying
of
to think of what
Arise.
else is coming out this year. Is there anything else? 'Cause
that's September.
Yeah, Tales.
Kenna,
yeah,
Kenna
true.
is like August or September.
Yeah.
We don't know what
Okay.
comes out after September, really.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
usually
what I'm-
things get
yeah.
like announced and shit. Battlefield probably.
Battlefield. If it's
COD.
oh, I hope. COD's gonna be even worse this year.
It's an alternate.
'Cause
fucking
I'm not buying
World
it.
War,
It's
it's
spooky.
alternate World War II, bro.
Yo,
I'm
there's
not
some
buying any more
spooky
CODs,
shit.
bro.
Apparently they have like a year with that game. Like they only have a year to make that game because they had to after.
Yo, wait a minute.
After-
When was
Yeah,
it?
that's
Wait,
gonna
wait
be-
a minute. Wait a minute.
Bruh, that shit is gonna
wait.
be.
When's the
holy
last
year and a
time they
half.
played
crap.
that
Year and a
game? No, when
No,
was
you
the
know
last
why?
time?
Because they were making Cold War, right? But then when they scrapped it, they have to make another game. So they had to make another Call of Duty game. So I think they have like
Pokemon
less than 2
remake.
years to make the new Call of Duty game. Because
Bug. That's just gonna be terrible. No.
also, I think
I'm
it's
not
because
100% not buying that.
I think it was because they wanted to give more time to make Modern Warfare 2 for Infinity Ward. So that's why they're like, okay, Sledgehammer make another game this. So
Damn.
yeah,
What about
it's gonna be even
the
worse.
Nova mentioned Pokemon remakes? I forgot about
Yeah.
that.
Oh, I forgot about. Okay, that's my most anticipated game this year. That's my most.
I don't know when those
honestly.
games come
'Cause
out.
I think that's gonna be good. I think probably like November. I think those are gonna be very good. I have very high hopes for that.
Listen, I know
considering
some
that-
people are gonna shit on the new one coming out, but
Oh, the open world.
I
The Arceus
I
game,
have
right?
some hopes for it just because they're changing shit up finally.
I'll gain that too. I mean, yo, honestly, I want to say Pokemon they have been coming back because since Sword and Shield, because they had that Mystery Dungeon remake, they had the Pokemon Snap thing coming out, and then they have like the remake and then the new game coming out. They're doing
It's
their
supposed
thing.
to be a pre.
I'll give them
Actually,
that.
technically, isn't this shit supposed to be like before any of the Pokemon games?
It's a prequel to They'll probably incorporate like because there is some prequel stuff with Heart Gold and Soul Silver with one of the mystery gift events. They'll probably incorporate some of that into the remake. I'm thinking not the remake, but the new one. So it'll be interesting. I'm excited for that too.
Yeah.
You guys,
We're gonna,
my bad.
no, sorry.
You guys heard about the controversy with RE8 with
What
Sony and Microsoft?
wasn't
I
that, like,
saw
shut down or
this
something?
shit. So okay, so some people are saying it's fake. Some people are saying it's real. I think I forgot what is that dude's name. He was explaining everything. I forgot his name.
I think Shinobi.
No,
That's what I saw.
not Shinobi. Some other dude. Oh my gosh, he's like a. I'm trying to find
Grubb?
him. Okay,
Z
Daniel.
Huge?
Yeah, Z Huge. He was explaining
Z Huge.
everything.
Oh, okay.
So he was. I don't know if he said it was real or he was just going based off said document because I don't fucking know. So he's basically saying like literally this is standard for any fucking marketing deal and shit like that.
Mhm.
Now people are complaining though of I think something for Game Pass. And then I was thinking to myself, it's like, oh,
Yeah, because
they're not allowing it to be on Game Pass. It's like, bro,
Yeah.
I would keep it real. If you have a marketing deal and you allow them to go on Game Pass, guess what happens
That's
to your
dumb as
marketing,
fuck.
bro?
It's
What
dumb.
happens
marketing
to your
is
marketing is
deceased.
gone. It is
Yeah.
literally down the fucking toilet. It's like that they wasted money for nothing.
and fanboys went
Yeah.
rabid over that. Like, yo, he was making fun of the motherfuckers. He was like, I just found out today that marketing deals exist. Hole in wall. I was like, yo, I'm dead. That is hilarious.
It's like
Hole in wall.
like I'm gonna keep it real. It's like, bro, it's like it's a marketing deal, bro. It doesn't benefit Sony or PlayStation because this is if we're going by if it's fucking true, right? If we're going by it's true, which like why would PlayStation allow that? It makes no fucking sense. It's
Yep.
like
Mhm.
it's like hey guys, we're pro consumer. It's like, hey PlayStation, thank you. We're just gonna play this on Game Pass now. It's
Yeah.
just like what they literally
It's like-
wasted money. It's like there was no point.
It's the same dumb mentality, like the same motherfuckers that say, "Oh, companies, devs make no money off of Game Pass." Oh yeah, because they're just putting their games in for the kindness of their fucking heart.
I mean,
that's
I don't
that's
think
what-
they're making the money that they should be.
I mean,
But, I
that's
mean,
up for debate. So.
they're
I don't-
making money,
yeah.
They're making money at the
regardless
end of
of
the day.
which they're making
But
money.
they're not putting. They're not. You're not going to see like a game, like a high caliber game on Game Pass day one because they would lose out on money.
Uh,
So I think
mm,
I think Game Pass would be like a DVD
don't-
type thing where like they want to.
We gotta see. We gotta wait and see for.
I wouldn't
big
say
game.
that. Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that for sure.
Because we gotta see like
Because-
if it's a Call of Duty or
I think a
any type of
Battlefield can
Battlefield.
absolutely get in there. A Battlefield, Xbox Game Pass, I think that's absolutely possible.
Don't they have EA Play already on there?
Yeah,
But
what-
EA Play is different though.
it's
So
not
EA
the same
Play,
thing though.
You don't
Okay,
get
so it's not
games
day
day
one.
one. It's not
Oh,
day
okay,
one.
I thought you did. I thought
Like
you
if you
did.
got the PC version, which is like was it $15 a month?
Oh, okay.
You're able
yeah,
to
you're
get
right.
it day one.
You're right. Okay. I thought that was like on
Mm.
console too.
Yeah, consoles don't
No.
have it for whatever reason.
No, and remember when Rise of the Tomb Raider was coming out? Enix, I think like Square Enix announced the Xbox game.
Yeah, they
Remember
fucked
that?
up.
Yeah, yeah.
They
So like
fucked
they don't,
up.
they don't want that to happen. You know, like they don't want that to happen. So
It's
it
like,
makes
oh, it's
sense.
coming to other platforms. Whoops. Sorry, Microsoft. It's like, bro, them motherfuckers look at that. I'm like, what the fuck?
And they
I
like,
bet you
like,
no,
yeah,
dude.
keep
What
on-
are you doing?
No, think
No,
it. I
like,
think
yeah,
Sony
it's
just
supposed to
like put the money under the table. Is like, listen,
So funny.
Bro,
we need
yo,
you to-
they
we need
handed
you to
they
say
handed
something.
they handed one of the people being interviewed like a stack. It's like, yo, you know what to do, bro.
Sliding cross table.
They're like,
You know
okay.
what to do.
And then they
Nah,
fucking
man.
did it, bro. That shit was funny as fuck. And then so much shit happened online when that shit happened. You know, people were like pissed.
Absolutely. No,
Everyone's
but
pissed.
yeah, these fucking fanboys, man, fucking
Bro, it's getting old.
insane.
Like,
It's-
it's I mean,
It's
it's old.
so disgusting, bro.
It's
You
dumb.
know, dude, bro. What makes it worse for me is like, listen, I don't think a lot of people act like this, but I saw on Twitter these conversations of FF7 remake. If it comes to Xbox, and
Oh
it's
my
not
god, I
on
saw
Game,
that.
if it's not on Game
I
Pass,
fucking saw that.
I'm not getting the game. And then there was somebody else who's like, bro, I agree.
I think they
I-
own the game. Like they
Uh,
own.
Yeah,
it.
no. He said that. He said it's like I agree with you, bro.
Oh.
I bought it on PlayStation 4, but I'm not gonna.
It's in my
play
it's
it.
in my house, but I'm not gonna play it. Get the fuck off the
That's
internet,
the
bro.
dumbest shit
Like,
I've ever read in my life.
That shit was pretty bad. I was like,
So
yo, what are
stupid.
you doing, Mike?
my brain, I can't, bro.
That
Fanboys
like,
are
yeah.
so weird.
They let a corporation decide what they play. That's literally what it is. Like it's
I'm-
so stupid.
Honestly, I ain't gonna cap. When somebody said somebody said I was a PC fanboy, I felt absolutely disgusted, bro. In no way, shape, or form am I a PC fanboy, bro. I am a PC enthusiast.
Mm-hmm.
I is my preferred platform. I speak about
Absolutely.
its positives and negatives a lot.
Well, yeah,
But
I
no
agree
in
with that.
shape or form am I a fanboy and like illogical. I'm like, what? I have never been illogical about PC ever.
Mhm.
So I agree with that because it's like people come at me for either thing. It's like, dude, I think my primary platform is PC. Like I play a majority of my multi-platform games on PC. I will buy PlayStation exclusives when they come to PC, but I also like PlayStation games as well. Some people will say no PC gamers like PlayStation games, and I tell them no, that's not correct. I'm a PC gamer, but I also enjoy most of PlayStation's video games when it comes to their exclusives. And Nintendo, well, some of their games, I'll say some. I think my favorite
Yeah,
is
some of their games.
Fire Emblem Three Houses is probably my favorite out of the bunch. And for me right now, Xbox hasn't done anything for me personally. I can say that currently, but when it comes to like, let's say Obsidian, that'll change my mind. But
Yeah.
like, there's no reason for me to fanboy and stuff like that. Like, you can be fans of certain companies, but if you're going like like saying like I'm not gonna buy a game for Game Pass, and like I don't blame Game Pass. It's a fucking service. I don't
they
blame
own it. They own the game.
They own the game, but won't
They
play
already
it.
have it.
and I don't blame Xbox. I
And
just
they thought it
blame-
was smart to say that on Twitter.
Like,
Yeah.
I can't.
fuck are you
I cannot. I'm like, I can't. I just. I don't know. I can't get my head around it.
I
doesn't
knew
make any
stuff like
sense.
I will say I knew stuff like this was gonna happen. I don't blame Xbox
absolutely.
for it. Like it is what it is, right? It's just the fanboys were like, "Listen, man, we're not gonna pay for your games anymore."
They've
until
yeah,
it
they've
comes to
conditioned the
Game
users not to buy
Pass.
games.
And I
Yeah,
was just
exactly.
like,
It's
I'm like, it is what it is. I mean, like, I don't blame Xbox for it because that's on the fanboys.
yeah. It's sickening. And
It's stupid.
like, all right, so if you bought something and were disappointed with it and want to play it on a platform that provides a better experience, I can understand that.
Mhm.
But what's
Agree.
going to be the better experience? Like, you're going to get achievements instead of trophies. Like, what would be the better experience? Does he have a Series X and not a PS5?
Probably.
Like,
I mean,
is there any context to this? Like, like. Or are you just like completely stupid?
even then, the
Like,
benefits would come to either system at the same time. So like, it's
Well,
not like he would.
well, yeah, but if he doesn't have a PS5 but has
Yeah.
a Series X, so that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what the fuck?
It's just it's they're so blinded by companies. Like, it's actually fucking sad. I've never been like, I'm not gonna play a game because of X company. Like, no,
X,
we're not
Y,
gonna-
and Z.
like,
was-
I'll turn on my Switch even though it's been over a year. I'll turn it on for something if I need to.
yeah.
It's dumb.
Mine is currently in a bin, but yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so another interesting tidbit is they showed a trailer for Days Gone, coming to PC, and
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that game in terms of graphics, when it came to PC improvements, that is the definitive game.
I pay my entry fee, so
No.
Oh yeah, I absolutely paid my entry fee too.
Oh boy, here we go.
Absolutely.
honestly, in terms of graphically, besides the standard stuff, I think the FOV for me, I thought the FOV was like it was too small for me
Mhm.
for some reason for that game. So I think the FOV for that game will be a huge
Oh,
difference.
yeah. Dude, I think
So-
it's gonna be good. I think the port is actually gonna be good this time. And like they said, the foliage, everything, it's gonna be way better than.
Mhm.
And the
Mm.
problem is like people are like, "Yo, like the Horizon Zero Dawn aspect of like the graphic settings." It's like, why can't we
There
get
was
that on the
no
PS5?
It was like no
I mean,
different.
I agree. Horizon
So-
should get a patch. It should definitely get a 60 frames patch, but
Oh yeah, for
like,
sure.
that's just what PC is. Like, it's unlimited options, it's unlimited potential. So like they can do that kind of stuff.
But they won't get the textures though. That's the thing. They're just gonna get the res bump and higher frame rate. Yeah, that's what happened with Days Gone. They got like
Yeah,
a higher
probably
frame
just
rate
be a lazy
and
thing like
res.
that.
It's like
Yeah.
it is what
yeah,
it is.
PC has
If you-
more potential.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, from what I hear, people are fucking happy with that. The res bump and the 60 FPS.
No,
People are
am.
happy with that.
That's
So, I
no-
mean-
no issue there.
I mean, if y'all happy with it, then that's cool. Live and let live.
They
But
just get mad about like
Yeah.
the whole like I see some that are just like, why do they get these extra features and stuff like that on PC? It's like, bro,
Why did they get ultra wide? Because console.
because consoles don't even
ultra-wide,
support
idiot.
ultra wide monitors. Right.
Stupid.
it's just like, bro, we have better GPUs.
Our CPUs are
better
better than
everything, man.
consoles.
It's like better
Yeah,
RAM,
literally.
all this shit. It's like it is what it is. It's like consoles are limited. It's the nature of the game, and
It's what I like that, and that's why that's probably one of the main reasons
And-
why I went to PC forever was because I don't want to rely on dev patches for my games to look better if I'm
Yeah.
on a new system. You know, I just want to plug it in. Okay, I can do this now. Good. Like, I
And-
don't have to worry about anything.
And the thing is, you say you even speak this to anybody that's a console main player, and they'll be like, "Wow, you're just a fanboy because you're talking about the positives of the platform." Oh, you're a fanboy, right? Like, I'm just talking about the positives, motherfucker. What?
Yeah.
It's weird, but I already paid my entrance fee. I bought Days Gone. Yo, it's crazy. I pre-ordered that game and forgot I pre-ordered it. And when it came out, I was like, "Oh shit, I bought this shit." I played that game for like 2 hours max. So
beat that shit.
I put in my entry fee. I don't need to buy
Exactly.
it twice.
Exactly.
Damn,
I
bro,
didn't
we
even
need-
beat it. I didn't
we
beat it the
need
first
more
time. So you can't
PlayStation
even.
games on PC.
I'm not buying that game for $50 fucking. I didn't beat it the first time.
I'm not
Yeah.
disagreeing.
You're out of
We
your
need-
mind.
We need
That shit's
more
$70 for
games.
me. No,
I'm not gonna
fucking
spend
way.
$110 on something I don't even know if I'll even beat.
Oh, dude,
Bugging out.
I'm buying the game, but I'm not fucking gonna play it, beat it.
Hey, I already bought it once, bro. Congratulations. We
need
still
more
not
PlayStation.
gonna get no sequel, so don't even fucking matter.
Exactly. Yep.
Listen,
Exactly.
bro,
There we go.
listen. We'll talk more about that in a bit. We're about to get there sooner. But
Nah, but
yeah.
that trailer looked good though. And because it's Unreal Engine 4, it better be an easy port. It better be an easy port. Considering that's a fucking universal thing.
Listen, I'm pretty sure PlayStation learned their lesson after Horizon.
And Horizon, for some reason, was hard coded for 30 FPS. Like
Yeah.
the facial animations were hard coded for 30 FPS and stuff. Hopefully, I mean, Days Gone already got a PS5 patch. So hopefully, getting unlocked frames will be not a problem and cutscenes will run correctly and shit. You know, I know.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Okay. So I'll just say this, bro. I can't wait for the Uncharted collection, including 4, to get on PC. 4 is gonna look incredible on PC.
My God. Don't tempt me.
Yes, sir.
I don't even.
That's what one of the
sigh.
rumors for the PC slate is, like the Uncharted collection with including 4.
I would probably never delete that Uncharted collection on my PC. If I got that shit, I'd probably never delete it. I would love on playing Uncharted 2. I play that shit like every year. That's a vibe.
Yeah.
Mouse and keyboard support. That's a vibe.
So,
But
like, besides before going into like one of the last set of topics, you know, going to the major one we'll talk about is like, what game do you guys want on PlayStation exclusive game on PC for PS4, of course, because that's like the slate. Like, what do you guys want to see?
pick one.
Pick one, just one.
Probably just Uncharted collection. I ain't gonna lie.
Including
I don't know.
4, right?
I mean, I would love 4 too, but I mean that's not part of the collection technically.
Well, that's
so,
that's a rumor going around, is the Uncharted collection would also include 4.
Oh, then yeah. That's my answer. That's 4 games. My favorite series. One of my favorite series.
I would say Ratchet and Clank for me.
Which one? 2016 then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, outside Bloodborne, because that's like the usual one. That's tough. Honest, maybe Ghost. I think Ghost.
Oh, that would look.
Yeah, those that foliage and it's glory.
They don't even increase the
100
foliage.
100 plus FPS.
Oof.
HDR.
Oof.
My lord.
That'd be fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
And like,
I want God of War 3 on PC. God of War 3 on PC also. I know it's a
Okay.
PS3 game, but
That's fun.
Yeah,
that's
that would look amazing too.
I'll play that like I play that game every year.
fun. So
Yeah.
the last topic before we get on the main one, the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles is releasing July, and Tales of Arise is coming out in September. I can't
Not
wait
gonna
for
lie,
those.
never played an Ace Attorney game, but Tales of Arise, I'm a hype beast. Let's fucking go.
Tales of Arise honestly looks really good. I think it's probably like the biggest Tales game that they've made, personally speaking.
It looks beautiful. You saw there was a 7-minute gameplay demo or gameplay showing of it.
Oh, I thought I just saw the trailer.
Oh, let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna link it to you. This shit is fire. But Ace Attorney, I always heard good things about Ace Attorney.
Me too.
Glad the series is still going strong. But have any of you guys played it?
I have not actually.
Oh, I forgot. The Ninja Gaiden collection's coming out in June. Right?
Oh yeah.
Ninja Gaiden collection. Yeah.
Oh shoot. I forgot. There's actually 2 more. Mass Effect Legendary Collection went gold, and they showed comparisons. Of course, Mass Effect 1 looks like it has the biggest uplift in terms of like textures and all that. I saw Mass Effect 2 with comparison of Thane. He looks like he has actual scales now on his face and shit like that, which looks dope. Honestly, it's like everything's like a facelift and shit like that. And I know, Bless, you had to stop with Mass Effect 1 because of the gameplay, and then them say that
Yep.
they're going to be fixing the gameplay. Are you just going to freaking hop on Mass Effect Legendary, or are you just still going to. I don't know.
Oh no, I'm definitely gonna not play the original anymore. I'm
Damn,
gonna wait.
not even the Legendary?
Wait. No, I meant like the original version.
Okay, yeah, that's what I meant. I was like you stopped on the original Mass Effect. I'm saying, like, are you going to play Mass Effect 1 now with the Legendary Edition in mind?
Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna wait to see reviews though to see if they didn't like put some bullshit in the remaster. But if they didn't, I'll buy it, and I want to play it for sure. Mass Effect series is, bro. I swear to God, like 9 out of 10 people that go on fucking Iron Lord's podcast guests be like, bro, Mass Effect 2 is my favorite game of all time.
Oh yeah.
Mass Effect 3 is one of my favorite games.
Okay,
bruh.
no, I can't agree with Mass Effect 3 being the best.
Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2. Like, motherfuckers be naming the shit.
I could agree with the argument of Mass Effect 1 and 2.
Yeah.
3, like...
It's like clockwork. It's like, bro, why is everyone's fucking favorite game one of these fucking games? God damn. But it's like, all right, I have to give it a shot.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely check it out once it releases.
Same.
The biggest upgrades to me that I saw were the lighting changes. The lighting changes are significant. It looks much better lighting wise. Texture wise, it looks better, more or less better in some areas, but lighting is a big jump.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Alicia? Are you gonna play it or no?
I'm gonna play it, but not day one. Because I like Bless, like and like I've never played a Western RPG before. I think I have Fallout New Vegas, which I'm gonna play sometime, but I've never played a Western RPG before, so I'm excited to like, get familiar with it.
Okay.
But the graphics look good, like the new graphics and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it'll be good.
All right. And the last set of news, because I'm looking at the Word document, is even though I gotta give credit to Matty Plays, because this was already told by him, and kind of like then Jason mentioned it via MinMax podcast or something like that. Like, I knew about this because of Matty Plays like literally like a month ago, and now everyone's reporting on that podcast is KOTOR is getting remade by Asper Media, who did the remaster of was it Commando Republic or whatever, as well as the KOTOR mobile games. So they're also, I think, a part of Embracer Group now as well. So they're having, of course, a bigger budget, and it's gonna be interesting that KOTOR is being remade, and I think KOTOR is really fucking good. KOTOR 2, I think, is a little bit better, but I very much love the Revan character, and shout out to Matty Plays for talking about this originally and shit like that, because of Reset Era, I'm figuring out chasing Schreier's clues and shit like that and guessing correctly. Like, that shit is going to be amazing. And I can't fucking wait for it to be remade. Hopefully they don't fuck shit up, change the art style, change characters looking different than what they were originally intended. And I think Asper Media did great jobs when it came to the remasters, or not the remasters, but the phone ports. But what do you guys think? Are you down for a KOTOR remake?
I don't mind it.
I never played it, but I don't mind it.
I never played it, but I don't mind it.
You guys are killing.
I'm sorry, dog, but I mean, I never played it, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
Dude, it's on
Nah,
PC.
I know it's on PC. I don't know. Like I never had the itch to play it. Like I always hear good things about it. I'm interested, but I don't know. I don't feel like like you just don't like feel like downloading a game.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like downloading the game. I don't feel like downloading the game and giving it a shot. I don't know what it is. But a remake sounds intriguing. But I'm gonna have to listen to you to see if they fuck it up or not. Because if they fuck it up, then I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't play the remake then.
Hopefully they don't fuck it up. I have hope. Everyone's been asking this for a while. If they're just faithful, don't change it because of certain people saying, "Hey, man, it's 2021, man. You gotta like change stuff up to suit people." And it's just like, bro, just be faithful. Don't fucking do shit.
What?
Please.
Put some non-binary characters, bro. Come on, you already know the vibe.
No, I'm saying fucking changing certain shit. Like, just don't. That's all I'm asking. You literally have a recipe to make an amazing like remake. Just don't fuck it up. That's all I'm saying. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, it's wrote out. The textbook is right in front
There's
of
a
them.
lot of bad remakes out there, so
yeah.
There's a lot of bad remakes out there.
We have faith, though. This is a AAA remake,
see.
supposedly. We'll see. The last news, which is we're gonna probably get a little bit different arguments. It's the Jason Schreier article, right?
Mhm.
And a lot of people, even Jason admitted this on the podcast, that some people took it a little bit he like took it a little bit or construed it in certain ways which it wasn't or should have been taken. I definitely do think, as a journalist trying to get more clicks, you gotta like inflame it a little bit more than necessary. But he basically said this, right? Which I don't think was right like unknown, right? Because even Sean Layden said certain aspects which made sense, and we saw even the PS4 generation they were going towards the route was that basically they're saying Sony's focusing on AAA blockbusters, right? And a lot of people, when I was reading that article, they're like, okay, so people took it as, okay, they're just gonna make a bunch of sequels to their existing IPs and not make any new IPs, and they're not gonna focus in on some smaller games. Even Jason Schreier said, no, that's not true. They still are gonna focus on some smaller games. It's just that won't be the forefront. Which I was just like, then why even say that? Because you're having people argue about this online now, and
Yeah.
I'm not surprised, right? And of them going that route because their games fucking sell well. It's just weird. Some people are saying, well, the reason why their games are going to PC is because not many people are buying the games. I was like, that's not true.
No, that's cap.
It's like their games are selling actually very fucking well, right? It's even better than some multi-platform games, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Because
absolutely, yeah.
Because people are like saying, "Oh, Spider-Man only sold 17 million. That's pretty bad for an install base of 120 million or something like that."
I hate that. Oh, I fucking hate.
And I'm just
it's all about the
dumbest-
fucking attach rate. Oh my
the
god,
dumbest-
these
the dumbest shit
fucking
ever.
people.
And then I was like, bro, then if we're going by that logic, and I don't agree with that logic, I think RE7 sold 8 million or something like that as a multi-platform game. And it's like,
yeah,
that's
like
not bad at all.
what do you
That's
consider?
good.
Every game is
What
a
do you
flop.
consider?
Every game,
Yeah, everything is a flop. What the
literally.
fuck?
everything.
Bro, every game is 90% of games are multi-platform. Do 90% of games sell 150 million? Of course not. The fuck?
Exactly.
Like,
but
so silly.
going into the meat and potatoes, right? We learned London, right, is making a AAA new IP. We know that Sony Santa Monica is making a AAA IP. Rumor is it's a sci-fi game along with God of War. supposedly Sucker Punch is working a multiplayer aspect, even though some people are saying that multiplayer aspect will be for Ghosts of Tsushima 2. And what else did they say? I'm trying to think of any other studios that are doing anything right now. They said also, I'm trying to think. And then they said for Naughty Dog, right, that they're working on factions. And what else? They're working on The Last of Us remake, and we can go into it. So, and Bend is working on a new AAA IP, but their Days Gone 2 pitch did not. It did not get approved. Supposedly it was not good. Sony was like, "No, we're not going to do that." And what ended up happening was they're not doing anything. Sony sent them to Naughty Dog to work on an Uncharted game.
Yeah,
Even Jason doesn't even know if this Uncharted game is still a thing. He has no fucking idea.
And they said the reasoning. They said the reasoning of it was Metacritic and a pretty rough development.
Yeah, they said like the game was going through a rough development. It was taking a lot longer than the game should have taken. Even I think the directors are having interviews of the game and said, "Yeah, we were expanding a lot about this game and shit like that," which kind of also said why the game dragged, because they were adding way more shit than necessary, personally speaking, when playing the game. And I was just like, okay, that makes sense. And which also makes your development costs higher. That's a fact. When it takes a lot longer and you go through development problems and you're adding more shit, it's going to increase your budget. And Sony was like, okay, well.
But it did. It did still sell well, though.
Yeah, it did make a
profit.
Like,
like last time I heard, it was like what, at least 5 million,
5 to 6
for
mil.
For a relatively unknown Sony studio in the like PS4 generation and new IP, like that's not bad at all.
They haven't made a AAA game in over a decade, so that is good. That is very good.
They turned a profit. So, but the issue then lies because of the reception. You technically even had, I even had, maybe Elise had. I played the game. I beat the game on PS4. I was very like I don't think it was, I thought it was an average game at best. And the thing was, I gave this game a chance because of Sam Witwer. I think he's a fantastic actor. He did amazing in Star Wars with Maul and shit like that. And I was just like, the gameplay in terms of controls weren't good. Side missions weren't good. I think the story was decent. And I'm just like, I think it was hard to convince a lot of people to buy into Days Gone 2, especially me. Which PlayStation's probably looking at the logistics like, shit, we had mixed receptions on both fronts, critics as well as people. Can we pour more money into this franchise, or should we have, and listen to their pitch, see if it's good, then we'll fucking go for it. If it's not good, then we're just gonna say no. The pitch didn't convince PlayStation.
PlayStation now is a different PlayStation than it was in the PS3 era. Because imagine if Uncharted 1 didn't get a sequel. Uncharted 1, it was received okay, but the game wasn't perfect.
Well, I would say the if you're talking about reception, and we're gonna go by critics, even though I don't like doing that. Uncharted 1, right? Drake's Fortune was received at an 88 on Metacritic.
But no one cared about that game.
I don't disagree.
I thought it was 80. I thought it was 80.
No, it's
so
88.
88. Oh, okay.
But most people gave it about a user score of around an 8. That's
Say
the
again?
thing.
You
It's
just score
I
what?
didn't hear you.
of an 8,
Okay.
7.9, so about an 8, right? So it's like it's different things, right? So it's like I think we're looking at it where if we're comparing Uncharted 1 to Days Gone, I think those are two different beasts entirely, right? Uncharted 1, in terms of both critics and users, it performed well. It was received well. Did it have issues? Yes. But because of critics and the audience, as well as
I'm
people buying the game, profit wise as well, it was a viable franchise, right? And their
I don't
pitch
know.
also
I
probably
don't.
helped it too as well. If the pitch is good for Uncharted 2, which it was, Uncharted 2 is even technically your favorite game out of the franchise.
Yeah, but
So
I
their
don't
pitch was
think.
good,
I
right?
don't. I don't know if Uncharted 1 was even sold well though. No one. They never talked about. I don't ever remember
I don't
hearing them
even think
talk about
Yeah,
sales.
I don't think PS3 generation they ever talked about sales in general.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I can't fucking tell you. I think but was PS4, even PS2. I don't think they even talked about sales. So it's kind of hard to like gauge that now, right? So it's like it goes to the question of, do you think it was the right decision for each of you guys? Because there's more to the article which we can talk about, but for the Days Gone situation, for me, when I think about it, is I didn't care for the game, and that sucks for me. It didn't click with me. I wish they did a lot of shit when it came to the aiming, to the fucking bugs that were really fucking bad. It pissed me off. I was falling off the world, and fucking tree poppins and me flying and then fucking dying. I was like, bro, this was unacceptable. And them taking that long to develop that type of game, listen, hey, kudos to you guys, but that for me wasn't that good. But a lot of people did enjoy it from what some people
Yeah.
are saying. But I want to say before going into other people's opinions, that petition people are putting, I don't think is gonna work. You guys are gonna need more
It's way too
about like
low.
2 million, maybe 3 million signatures,
Yeah.
Yes.
and that's not gonna do shit.
They sold
And
5 million, bro. Like they're not gonna be like, oh my gosh, 50,000 people. We gotta change our minds now.
Nah.
Like stop.
But
There's
I
only
think it.
two, there's
Yeah.
only two words for that. Not impressed.
yeah, it sucks. It's like it's cool if those people are coming together. I'm not gonna take that away because but you guys need to have a lot that's impressive. Like it is what it is. Like
What's interesting is like Returnal got pitched well. Some Returnal, like a Returnal. I guess Days Gone 2 just wasn't pitched very well for them to reject it like that. Because look at the risk of taking Returnal. So and Returnal looks really good. Like so.
Now, what I think, like their next game, it has to be a smaller game because they didn't want to put funds into Days Gone 2, which a sequel to an existing game is going to be cheaper to make than a completely new franchise or game. So whatever they're making now, it has to be a lower budget because it wouldn't make sense. Like Days Gone 2, I think should have been made off the fact that they could have built upon that world.
Mm-hmm.
And there are people that liked the first.
Mm-hmm.
They could have refined the problems, refined the glitches or whatnot, and they could have made a better game. Like it's Days Gone. Days Gone right now is not the same Days Gone that it was originally. So it's like they could have definitely made a sequel and improved on the first game.
So
It's 100% possible. A lot of sequels are better than the original.
Bless. My question to you is, because I know you're very critical. You're more critical than me at some points. If a bad pitch is a bad pitch, right? And let's say you're the person listening to that pitch, and it was bad. Would you say yes to that pitch?
It depends on how it's bad.
Let's just say
how it's
like
presented,
it's presented
or
or
the
the
idea
viability,
itself.
the viability as well as the idea itself.
I mean, if both are bad, then I would say probably not. Or maybe start from the drawing board. Come back in a week. Give me something else.
So my thing is, they rejected, right? They had nothing else to do, right? So they went into, which we'll talk about later. But like, you could see though that we don't personally know. It could be a good pitch, and
Yeah,
they just
I
said
would
no.
have to hear the pitch.
But the thing is, we don't know. We're not in the fucking room. We're just guessing. But from the Jason Schreier article, they rejected it. They were like, "Yo, this isn't good." Like my thing is, and my thing, like they are critical at points. They even said for the God of War thing that Corey needs to change shit up because right now is not that great. Because the pitch was good,
it's like,
but you got to change the fucking gameplay and shit like that.
so I mean, Corey made what he made.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Shuhei didn't like. I don't know how much he changed. I don't remember how much Corey changed what the game after what Shuhei said about not liking it. But I mean, God of War is definitely not like the other God of Wars.
Oh yeah, no.
But it's still a good game, though.
Yeah, because
still
that pitch was good and shit like that. Now they can be critical about that shit and improve upon it, but this is coming from, I guess, PlayStation being overly critical. Who fucking knows? But going from the reception, critics, and the viability of that franchise, who fucking knows? Because the thing is, we could say it's cheaper, but God of War 2018 had budget constraints. We know that for a fact because they reused certain bosses, right? And they're increasing said budgets for said games. They're increasing God of War's budget. They're increasing Spider-Man's budget and shit like that for the sequel. It's just like that. You know what I mean?
Say again?
I said there. You know how like in God of War 2018 they even admitted there were budget constraints and shit like that for like the bosses. The troll, like you could tell the trolls were fucking
the trolls?
yeah and shit like that. That's why there weren't that many bosses in God of War 2018. But they said afterwards, like, shit, we're gonna increase your budget. I mean, it's not getting cheaper. They're increasing the fucking budget of that game and shit like that because they want the game to be better and bigger and shit like that. When it comes to their franchise, same thing with Spider-Man 2. If you're gonna have fucking Venom and shit like that, and have a symbiote spider suit with different fucking attributes and shit like that, and have the different another island for New York and shit, it's like they're gonna have to increase the budget. You know, in certain aspects. Like I guarantee Last of Us Part 2 costs way more than Last of Us Part 1. The same thing with Uncharted 4 compared to Uncharted 3.
Oh, absolutely.
And Days Gone 2, I would assume also will probably cost more than Days Gone 1 because they want to make the franchise bigger and shit like that and not have budget constraints for that thing, but that's also a fucking risk.
Well, it depends because I don't. How long did they make that game again?
It took a long time, man.
I mean, if they cut down the dev cycle,
Days Gone
development cycle, I don't know.
Time. This is hard
because I don't know how much money they put in to be like, you know, to begin with over the course of the years. So I don't know.
7 years, as someone said.
Yeah, I'm sure Days Gone 2 wouldn't take 7 years to create, but I don't know how that would compare to what budget they would look at. It probably would still be higher, I guess. But also, I would think I would imagine the quality of the game would be better considering they've gone through this already.
It's been also like documented and like reported that Ben Studio is also, what's the correct word? They're not managed, like internally they're not managed correctly by their higher ups in Ben Studio. That's what people were saying. Not people. I think the director or something like that. I could be wrong, misquoting, but that's what I've heard.
Then you got to do is change the directors, or he need more supervision, or to be supervised. I don't
Like,
know.
see, and what I like about having conversations like this, we're all gonna have differing opinions on the matter, which is interesting. Like Bless agreed with having a sequel. I personally don't. Um, from what I played and stuff like that, that was very much messy. But what about you, Leash? What do you think?
Well, I think a pitch is very important. I think they didn't apparently like the studio wasn't managed very well, so that might have gone into why like they couldn't really come up with a good pitch to Sony. Um, in terms of wanting Days Gone 2, I mean, I thought Days Gone 1 had good potential. Like, I don't think most games that are part of a trilogy that are part of a series don't have an amazing base. They don't hit it out of the park like a lot of the time. So I think there was definitely room to improve and room to grow. And I also think that for a studio that was making their first like AAA game in a very long time, they did a pretty good job in terms of when you put that into account. I wouldn't have approved a sequel, to be honest, just because I don't think the world that they created was very original. Like, I don't think there would have been a lot of potential for it to go places. My issue is what we're going to talk about, just the reduction of risk taking. But that's because of a whole other issue. But
Yeah.
that it speaks to a whole very scary future. But it's inevitable, to be honest, in gaming. So we'll talk about that later in the podcast.
Yeah. What
So
about Talati? What do you think? Do you think Days Gone 2 should have happened or no?
No, if the first one was critically given bad reviews, then no. I mean, if you think about it, that's saying like a game such as a bad. Let's put it like this: a bad superhero game such as Avengers. Does it need a sequel? No, because it's a bad superhero game, right? That's a best way to put it, right? Even though it's a story-driven game, and I know people are gonna hate me for saying this, but the way I feel like Days Gone, like I saw something on Twitter about the developer saying, "Oh, we should have bought it at full price if you wanted a sequel or some shit like that." Well, it's your fault that you didn't make the game great. Really, you thought it would be great, but you didn't put time and effort into thinking about the story and the gameplay and all of that stuff.
I have a question.
Go on.
So this is for all of you guys. Would y'all greenlight a Cyberpunk 2077 too?
When it came to critical reception, right?
Actually, I
Actually,
mean, the
okay,
fucking
all right,
PS4 version.
All right. Let me say this. Coming as a fan.
Before you say anything.
Yeah. Let me say this, right? Coming as a fan, I would, but coming as a business individual, no. Even though it made a lot of money, right? It did make a lot of money. Way more money. I think it made like a lot of fucking money. It said like, and you could see his quarterly reports that fucking made an insane amount that year compared to previous years. You divided certain people, so it's no.
Business, no.
For me,
Fan wise,
no,
yeah, but
because
business wise, no. It would not make viable sense. But you never fucking know a CD Projekt, right? Who fucking knows what they'll do?
for me it's a no as well, just purely because of what happened the first time around, and like obviously, yeah, they learn from their mistakes, but still, it's like it took them longer to process the first game than how long would this second game take? A further, a further what, 5, 6 years? No, fans haven't got time to wait for that type of stuff. Especially, even I know that that is coming from like seeing another developer doing a similar thing, and that's taking them 7 to 8 years to make up one game. So it's like, no, I don't think there should be a sequel for Cyberpunk 2077. But I would rather them focus on The Witcher. I think that would be more useful for them to make. If they made The Witcher, it'd be more money coming in, especially considering the season 2 of The Witcher TV show is happening. So it would. That's the way I would do it.
Honestly, though, I don't think a Witcher would ever sell as much as a Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I don't think so.
The Witcher series is big. They would definitely get a bigger boon off of the season 2 of the Witcher show.
Yeah.
But bigger than Cyberpunk, I don't ever see that.
I don't think so, but it's possible to get maybe like
at least initial sales.
Because I think I think the popularity of The Witcher is increasing with Netflix, and I don't think it'll get there, but I think it will become a big moneymaker for CD Projekt Red.
Yeah, it depends. What about you, Alish?
So I'll take a different. I think that the name and the story can go, but they can make another game in that world. Because I think like a cyberpunk neon type game, there's not a lot of those out there. I think it's like a unique world.
Yeah.
So like I think that they can make a new game, but based off the same world, and like I don't think it'll do very well. Not like just don't call Cyberpunk 2077. Don't have the same story. Nothing. Just make something completely different. You know.
See, that's the issue,
like,
though. It's like it's Mike Pondsmith. It's like that's what he calls it, cyberpunk. So it's like it's kind of hard to
you don't call it cyberpunk. You make a futuristic neon world, but you don't call it cyberpunk. You call it something else.
That's the issue because Mike Pondsmith's like the creative, like he's the guy who made Cyberpunk. You know, like the board game and shit like that, and the book.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of like hard to do. Because this was a set lore before this game ever came out.
Yeah, that kind of makes it hard for them to do something else then.
So it's like they're okay. So the thing is, they also bought the license, right? Technically, so it's kind of hard to not have them greenlight another game. You know what I mean? So even in that aspect, that's actually a different type of fucking situation. Now I come to think about it, because they bought it off. Not bought it, or bought the license, right, off of Mike Pondsmith, and said, hey man, we'll make the games and you got royalties and shit like that, but yeah, we'll make games off of it and we'll pay you upfront and royalties. Same thing with the guy for CD Projekt Red, even though he had upfront and then he got royalties later. Those are very different situations though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The same thing with Spider-Man, bro. They got Spider-Man, and let's say Insomniac made a bad Spider-Man game, or like split down the middle, they still would make another Spider-Man game.
Yeah.
Popularity, that's why.
It's because the license, you know what I mean?
It's too potent.
So it's like Days Gone's a very different type of situation. Now, if this was their own IP for, let's say, theoretically, this wasn't a licensed IP, right, from CD Projekt Red, then yeah, of course they would not make another game. But it is licensed after all, so yeah.
All right. Now on to the meat and potatoes.
So Ben went into, and this is not uncommon, right? Of what's going to happen. What we say is certain studios will go help other studios. Happens all the time within all publishers. Ben went in to help Naughty Dog with Uncharted. Jason doesn't know if Uncharted is even happening still. But then they got a fear of, because it's taken a while for them to pitch another game, they'll be absolved through, like, and become Naughty Dog North or whatever. And then they pitched, and then they got off, right? And now they're making a new AAA IP. And then the other news is the Secret San Diego studio is, I think they're called Vision Art or whatever now, right? That they
Vision Media Group,
yeah,
Vision
like
Art
that.
Media Group.
But they're people that originally were from like Naughty Dog, right? That went to this group, and they had the decision of Uncharted or Last of Us. And there's always a set budget between certain studios, right? And I'm assuming Naughty Dog has the highest budget out of all PlayStation studios. That is my thoughts on that aspect, because it'll be a big factor into what's going to happen. And what they said was they were going to do Uncharted, but it became too expensive because of their set budget. And then they started doing the Last of Us remake. But then Herman Hulst came in, and then they found out that this is going to be way too much, right? So, so they're like, all right, well, you guys are going to help with Last of Us Part 2. And then Naughty Dog's just going to take the Last of Us remake and do it themselves in-house because A, they have the assets, B, it's going to be cheaper, right? Where if they're making brand new assets, it wouldn't make sense, right? It would be more expensive. So them having like scenes from like The Last of Us Part 2 that were from the past, that they'll use those models, which makes sense. And even some of the clickers and shit like that you'll see. So I was like, okay, cool. But the issue then is people are having is they took away that game from them and shit like that. But it's like, I look at it, it's just like, shit, that sucks. But they had a budget. They could have increased it, but I think I might be in the Jack side where it's like Naughty Dog, I guess, knows what they can do.
Naughty Dog knows best.
I guess that's what Jack said, right? It's like
they just
they okay, my thing is they didn't even ask for it. They were just given it by Herman Hulst. And they were like, whatever.
Oh man.
So
they didn't even want to work on that shit. But now they're leads.
If they're not passionate about it, if they're not passionate about the of it.
I mean, if they're not passionate, then that will suck. But I think
if they don't want to make it, then they're not passionate. You know?
Because if it's a remake, it's a remake. So it's just like I think it will do Game Busters, right? And my thing is, all you got to do is have the same graphics and have the same fucking like movements and shit like that. They got Last of Us Part 2 and Dismemberment and shit like that.
Why the fuck are they making a remake of a fucking game that was remastered in 2015 or 2014?
14, yeah.
The fuck are they doing?
The thing is like, so like, even if it's a remake, passion is still important. Like Pokemon Omega Ruby, that's an example of a remake that had no passion behind it, and it was turned out to be like the worst Pokemon remake like of all time. So like, it can happen. It can affect the quality of a game, and like, Last of Us being remade, like money wise, it makes sense, but I don't know. It's just like there's so many other better games that should be remastered. I mean, I guess people will say Jack, but
remake Siphon Filter. Hello. I keep saying that game, but yeah, remake that.
People say Jack, but Jack, like, the reason why Jack 2 came out was because they didn't know how to market Jack anymore. Like, they talked about that, like how like Jack 1 like didn't really appeal to any specific audience, so they had to like overhaul like Jack in Jack 2. So like, I don't think Jack and Daxter remake wouldn't do that well either. But I don't know what they.
Jack and Daxter doesn't need a remake either, though. So it's like,
yeah, they have older. They have older.
Yeah, like they have older IPs that they can fucking go to, or IPs that are stranded on older consoles. How about that? Like Resistance. Hello.
Infamous Resistance.
Infamous. Hello. Imagine a Killzone remake. Hello. A trilogy remake.
Killzone 1. Oof. The Killzone 1 definitely needs a remake. That shit is unplayable.
Killzone 1 remake, bro. Like, it is... Honestly, that's fucking laughable. Like, Uncharted 1... I mean, does it need to be remade? It doesn't need... It's not needed, but it would definitely... It'll definitely benefit from it, because that AI is fucking broken as shit, and like the movement and animations, they're definitely wonky, and the aiming is definitely still wonky, but like it's playable. It's
Yeah.
still decent. Like, but like Last of Us, bro. Like, nah, you're gassing. Like, I can somewhat understand Uncharted 1, but Last of Us, no. What the fuck were they? What are you doing?
And everyone's complaining, but they're all gonna buy it.
Oh no, they're
So
100%
it's like,
gonna buy it.
so
God
like,
damn it.
they're
I'm
proving
gonna keep
Sony
it real with
right.
you guys, and I've said this multiple times. Like, a lot of this remake's gonna also go to people that hated The Last of Us Part 2. And they're gonna be like, shit, man, I didn't like Last of Us Part 2, but if I get Joel and get better movement and shit like that, better graphics.
Bro, your bandwidth is just cutting you the fuck out.
Yeah, dude, it's not my bandwidth. I think it's my mic on Discord. It's getting fucked. But it's like fine on the stream. Damn,
Alright.
is that bad?
It just sounds funny. Yeah, like fucking
Yeah.
getting fucked. Like at the end of
so-
every word, it's just like fucks you up.
Yeah,
But-
because on the stream they can hear me 100%. It's just I don't know what's happening with Discord. It's just making me sound awful. So,
but yeah,
I'm
like
fine on the stream.
honestly, it's dastardly, bro. Like, man, I'm gonna have to game share. I'm gonna have to do the game share shit. Like, I ain't buy it.
you're just
so
like
you can't
BG,
say
my
shit.
guy.
Yeah.
You're like BG, my
Honestly,
guy.
Hey,
100%
man,
BG.
Hey,
Stop
man,
this.
I didn't buy Last of Us Part 2, but I can still fucking hate on that shit.
Honestly, I don't even think I'll play it. Like, I like Last of Us 1, but I don't know. I just don't feel compelled to play a remake of it. Like Last of Us 2, I beat that once and I just never played it again.
You imagine if they remake it and then also again leave out the multiplayer? Again. A fucking again. But Jesus.
Yeah,
Nah,
I
this
just
is
yeah.
absolutely unneeded.
Like, it speaks to because I watched a video about how like graphics are like hurting gaming creativity because as games become more expensive to make, devs want to take less risk on games, and therefore like they'll only
Less
take safe
physics
bets.
risks, so-
Yeah, they'll only take safe bets on games in the future just because they're more expensive to make. And
Mhm.
like that's why for me, like the PS2 generation was like my favorite because games were modern enough, but they also had enough room to take risks with.
Yeah.
So like I feel like a lot of like games like Bully, games like DMC, like those games would not be made today in the way that they are, or at least like had the success that they had
Yeah.
if they were made today. So like it's just another company that just had to. It was just like the inevitable. Like
You
they
gotta-
couldn't. It's really sad.
I 100% agree, man. It's all about the pretty graphics now. Honestly,
Yeah.
it is what it is. Like AI physics, I want that to increase because we have the CPUs this generation to be able to do that. It should be more complex. We should get more shit like the Nemesis system.
Yes,
But it's like-
dynamic difficulties, like that'd be awesome. They
Yeah,
actually
like,
implemented it really well.
and it's just like in the worlds, they're just not as fucking. They're not as what do you call it? They're not as
Immersive, detailed.
dynamic and immersive.
yeah.
Like people always bring up like Far Cry 2 versus Far Cry 5, and it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
like that. It's like that
Yo,
for like every fucking
Yeah,
game. It's
like-
like that for every game. Like
you look-
it's funny when you look at the Far Cry, but it's literally like that for every game.
Yep.
It's not just Far Cry.
Yep.
Like outside
There's
of like literally Rockstar Games, because they have the fucking budget. They have like the unlimited funds to do that. Outside of that, there's that doesn't exist anymore. Attention to detail of that extent, like, oh, I fucking throw a Molotov in the forest and it fucking burns down, or I throw a Molotov in the brush and it burns down half the brush and trees and all that shit. Like that type of detail just doesn't exist anymore.
Even like with gameplay, like that's why like, but when I first looked at Bully, like it really drew me in because I found out it was so, like you could start fights with kids and then like the teachers like if you hit a kid, the kid would chase you and then the kid would hit you back in front of the teacher, then the teacher would arrest the kid.
Yeah,
Like, it's
like,
fucking awesome. It was so cool.
yeah.
And then like the classes were so detailed. Like I was blown away by the attention to detail they put into that game about in a high school. And like since then, like I'm just like, yo, why doesn't Persona like take some of this stuff from this game? But like if there's a video, it's like GTA San Andreas versus Cyberpunk in terms of detail. And it's like it is shocking. It is absolutely shocking. Like
Yeah.
San Andreas is still like games don't do what it does today. They still don't.
Yeah.
Like it came out like 16 years ago. It's really crazy.
Absolutely. Like GTA 5 does. Somebody posted something about what GTA 5 did recently, and it's just like, yeah, I don't know any other open world game that does that. Like fucking, there was a guy that stole something. Cops got called. He had a shootout, and fucking after the guy got killed, he went and took the money from the dead guy, and he got fucking cops put on him. It's like that type of attention to detail. Literally, it doesn't exist.
It's really amazing.
It's just sad, but pretty graphics, yay, man. Ray tracing, I ain't gonna lie, ray tracing still lit though. Yeah, it's still lit. It's nice, but yeah, fucking rest in peace. The attention to detail. But back to Last of Us though.
Oh, everyone's gonna buy that game though. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, everyone's gonna buy it, and I fucking hate. I hate Sony's less attention to smaller studios, and still rest in peace.
Sony Japan.
Sony Japan.
Absolutely.
You hate to see it. I'm still annoyed by that. That was all Jim Ryan being like, let me just look at the numbers, bro, because that's all I do. I don't play video games.
Okay, let me say about the Jim Ryan. I 100% disagree with that statement, just because Sean Layden said this shit ages ago as well. That they're gonna focus on big games. So I don't know how this is surprising.
No.
What do you mean? No, come on, Chief. He said
Sean Layden kept it alive.
No, he didn't, bro. Come on. He said literally that like these are like that's the wave or the future of PlayStation are those big games, and it's like the focus also for PS4 around. I want to say after 2017 were big games.
Didn't they brag about like having a studio in or something like that, or like every major market? Didn't they brag about that like 2 years ago?
I don't know. But no, Sean Layden kept that shit alive.
No,
Sony Japan was alive with Sean Layden. Jim Ryan killed Sony Japan. That is the fact.
They were a support studio after that, though. Come on, Chief.
What?
They literally after Gravity Rush 2, what were they doing?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I'm not in there. What do you mean exactly? I don't know what they were working on.
They were making a new game.
They could have been making a game, but we will never know because Jim Ryan killed them. The fuck?
They were literally like with Astrobot and stuff like that. And what's the other thing that they were doing before that? They literally throughout
they helped other studios and they made their own games.
The last game was Gravity Rush 2. They helped with Astrobot.
Yeah, and I played that. It's a good game.
It's a good game.
Oh, Knack 2. They also had Knack 2.
They helped with they made Knack 2. Oh jeez, Knack 2.
Knack 2 was pretty good. I thought it was good.
I played like maybe 2 hours of it with share play because fucking online co-op is way too fucking hard to do. It's fucking impossible. I don't know how you do it. It's fucking impossible.
It's so shitty.
But I had to play it through share play. But I mean, it was okay. But
Patapon 2 came out? What? Okay, that's really okay. Never mind. No, I'm trying to see what the last games they made.
Yeah.
And one of those Patapon 2.
But like, fuck. What was I gonna say? But yeah, like Jim Ryan. But we already know Jim Ryan is all about numbers. He doesn't play video games. He doesn't care about the culture.
He doesn't. He reads books or some shit.
Yeah, he doesn't care about actual video games. So it's like
the purely business guy.
He doesn't care about these fucking studios. Like, I appreciate that they're still doing they're still doing stuff with indie games. Like they're promoting Kenna that probably helped publish or whatever with Kenna and Returnal, even though $70 I don't fucking understand, but whatever. $70 game, but they're still doing shit with indie studios. It's just, man, fuck them for killing Japan, bro. That's it. That's my statement.
Yep, agreed.
But them, Uncharted, Last of Us. Well, no, what's the Halo, Gears, and Forza for them? It's gonna be what? God of War, Horizon,
Last of Us. Yep.
Well,
That's the
okay,
new Halo,
okay.
Gears, and Forza.
I disagree with that though. In terms of that, because the whole Halo, Gears, and Forza, just to I guess be more devil's advocate, is those were literally the only games that they were pumping out and shit like that. And now what? We have London Studio making a AAA IP, right? New IP. Ben Studio making a new AAA IP. Sony Santa Monica also making a AAA IP. And what else was it? Fucking Naughty Dog also doing a new AAA IP. And there's another fucking Horizon. The Guerrilla Games also making a multiplayer AAA IP game. So it's like it's not just those games. So I don't understand that aspect.
But it was never only those games on Xbox's side either. That song and those names just perpetuated a stereotype.
I don't know.
Or not even a stereotype.
I would say back in the was it 3 or 4 years before 360 ended, right? Until the new generation. That's literally the games that they were making first. Not even Gears. You could even take Gears away. The first party IPs that they were making.
That stereotype wasn't perpetuated until like.
Oh no, I
would say early mid this gen or last gen.
For me, I was
like
noticing that shit in the 360 generation because of Gears of War Judgment and shit like that.
0.6. Huh.
Because I'm not talking about the community. I'm talking about the people noticing that shit.
Okay. I don't know what games they made during that time period. I wasn't really following them at that time period.
The 360 generation, they were mostly gathering third-party exclusives at that time frame.
Okay.
Which worked well for them.
Hey man, but we can still make the stereotype though.
I don't know about that.
We can still do it though. Because I don't know. Because people just be making shit up, man. Like Xbox has no games. No one has said that shit in a minute though.
I mean what did they drop though?
Oh man.
What did they drop though?
They got Outriders. What you mean, dog?
No, I mean that ain't Xbox.
They got Outriders, man.
Nah, Series X, they low-key launched that shit with nothing.
Basically,
they absolutely launched it with nothing. But they have what? I mean, technically they had the medium, but I think that's timed exclusive though.
Ew.
Medium.
No, keep that shit, bro.
You can't. Right?
Keep that shit. Fucking trash ass game, bro. That game should not be. Listen. That game shouldn't even be on PC. It's an abomination. Can't even run on good PCs. What the fuck?
What you mean, dog? The medium is here. What you mean, dog? How dare you?
Heat in my ass.
Huh? Huh?
Heat from my ass.
Bugging out, Chief.
Heat from my ass. That game. Let's keep it a buck, Chief. Shit is like someone got diarrhea and just painted on the canvas.
Hey, it's better than Blair Witch. That's about as much as I can say.
Blair Witch is like vomit on a canvas.
Yeah, why are people hyping up Blair Witch 2 when it came out? I was like, why?
That I didn't. I all I did was play it in Game Pass.
I'm gonna keep.
I beat that shit in like one night. I wasn't getting off until I just finished.
Yo, that was me with Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memory. Oh my god, that was me.
I was streaming it, so I was getting the views. I was like, all right, let me just beat it today and never see this shit again because this game is terrible.
Good mentality.
But yeah, but I mean, to be fair, Xbox is doing everything they need to. Now it's just a waiting game because now we just have to wait for the actual games that are under their stable.
Oh man, Halo's gonna be so fucking good. No, I'm just kidding. Man, that game had so much development.
Could you imagine if that game came out and was a banger?
Bro, how is it gonna be a banger? I'm gonna be actually real. How is it gonna be a banger if they're releasing this shit in parts? Like the story's not gonna be done. They're just gonna make it like fucking Destiny, keep updating with more story
Oh
content.
yeah, they're definitely not gonna finish it. It's gonna be unfinished.
Well, I mean, if it's actually good as in banger. I
Is
mean,
it, like, I don't know, Chief.
it could be a good game. I don't know,
Has
like
343 made a good Halo
what
game
they're
yet?
doing with the story,
Oh
but
man, don't do
I don't know.
this.
I mean, there we go. So,
If
Okay.
we're not counting the other halves of the game, Halo 4's story is fire.
I will say Halo 4 story.
I think that's my favorite story.
Is the best story, I think. And Halo 5 is the worst story.
it's also
Well, if we're
so
not
the
counting
evil-
one half of the game, bro.
And I think
Even
Halo
right
4
now.
had the worst multiplayer.
damn.
Halo 5 has decent multiplayer. I'll say that.
Hmm.
But, it is what it is, man.
It is what it is. But
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess we can end it off on here. It was a good episode. Saw some quite a bit of people showing up here and there, which is dope. Shout out to Nova, Unforgiven, Jiga, and a biased gamer and stuff like that. That was dope. Of you guys to
Yeah.
show up. If you guys are watching this as a VOD, of course, make sure to hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share. Make sure to check everybody out when they do their outros. I thought this was a good episode. We'll be back in probably 2 weeks because there's not going to be that much news as well. Also,
Yeah.
make sure to check out Returnal. Go support that game because it's going to
Go support it.
Because I know
Buy
I'm
your
not.
games day one, bro, or they won't get sequels. Buy them day one. If you don't,
mean-
you're a broke bitch. Apparently.
I okay, that's a different topic, but I see where that was coming from with that. Like if I want to get a sequel, I'll buy it at full price. That's what I do with Persona 5. Like I support Atlas and like all their stuff day one, except for like fucking 13 Sentinels. I don't know what that game is like. 13 Sentinels. Like I don't even know what that game is.
Atlas wrote it, but they didn't make it.
Yeah, they didn't make it. So
Gotta say, we didn't talk about that, but yeah, that comment was cursed. That without any context, that sounds so fucking. That sounds so
Yeah.
terrible. It sounds
Like,
fucking
okay,
awful.
so-
But even with context, though, it's like still like
I
nah,
get
you shouldn't
it,
have said
but
that.
my thing is, it's like this, right? It's like I understood it, but it's like I think he was talking in a business sense, right? And that's what
yeah,
I got
and
from it.
yeah, and I
you
think
got
I
to take it
saw.
out of context, but he's paying the price for it anyway, regardless.
I mean,
Now,
but
if you're
even-
talking about a consumer standpoint, then yeah, you fucking hate the comic. But if you're coming from a business standpoint, it's as simple as that. It's like if you don't buy said game, you're not gonna get a sequel, which is true.
And also with that comment, he's talking to a very specific group of gamers that are on gaming forums that follow David Jaffe and are watching that interview. So like he's talking to a very specific group of people when he says that, who are most likely to buy day one anyways. So it's just like he's telling those hardcore gamers to continue doing that if they want more games that they like. That if they want a sequel, then they should buy it. They're not talking to a casual group because casual gamers they don't follow that stuff.
But but still, it's still like disrespectful for people, because we're in COVID, motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, I mean
Like,
he said to those people,
it's highly
Yeah.
disrespectful.
My thing is, he meant for that to be for the people that, of course, are able to afford video games and
Yeah,
all
he's saying
that
for
shit.
that.
Yeah.
Like
That's why that quote is so fucking cursed.
yeah, out of context, of course.
Yeah, if you're out of context, but then like looking at a business sense, it's like if you go to the movie, right? And let's say it's fucking what superhero do I fucking a Wolverine standalone movie? If you fucking wait for it to go on Redbox or something else like that, you're not gonna get a fucking sequel. If the movie just makes $50 million its lifetime, it is what it is.
Yep, exactly.
I understand, but I don't see anything what's wrong with waiting for a sale.
And
$40,
okay,
you're still getting your money.
See, I
Not
don't know when
all
it
of it,
comes to
but-
full price and logistics, but I know shit like you shouldn't wait too fucking long in this launch window and shit like that. That's what
Mhm.
I like. I get in the
I agree.
business
Yeah, that's
sense.
true too. That's true too.
I get in the business sense, and I also get in the consumer sense. It's like in the consumer sense, why should we fucking care? But then yet
Yeah.
again, if you want that game to have a suit, you gotta support.
Because he was also saying like not day one, like just full price. So like you like there's so much
Yeah.
information in gaming today where like
Yeah.
it's very rare where you make a gaming purchase that isn't satisfactory. Like it doesn't happen very often, you know. So we have enough information pre and post launch for you to decide if you think a game is worth how much to you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I'm very like I said. Like I think heard BG say that he's rarely like disappointed in his purchases.
Yeah,
I'm
still
the
agree.
same way as well.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I haven't
I'll
really
buy
done that.
I'll buy like
Why?
2 or 3 games I'm like disappointed in a year.
How many games do you buy?
I mean, I haven't beaten a lot of games this year, but the last 2 years I beat like 50 games.
See, that's
Mhm.
you said how many
Yeah.
games are you
Like
disappointed?
2 or 3 out of 50.
That's
2 or
like
3.
Yeah, that's like nothing.
that's barely anything, man. That's more than
Yeah.
what most people buy and shit like that or play.
Yep.
So that's very rare. Like I said, that's rare for you.
You know what's funny? I think all the games I would just buy besides Yakuza 6 were Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
So I just don't buy Nintendo games anymore.
Fuck them
I'm
games.
good.
They don't deserve money anyway.
Yeah, they don't.
But
Well,
back to these outros.
yep. So make sure to follow everyone here. Make sure to go to my Twitch. I've been trying to stream more frequently. Try to do at least a minimum of 3 streams. I think we've done 2 streams, one Sunday and then one yesterday. Make sure to follow me there. You know, like I said, I do some just chatting there for a bit. You could recommend me some videos for me to watch and talk about, and learn some interesting things on those videos.
Red Hood reacts.
Yeah, Red Hood reacts and shit like that. Sometimes I'm like reading some stupid tweets from people, as well. So, and then I'm just like explaining some certain shit. Sometimes talk about my life. Then play some video games, like the mean potatoes of it. So,
Hmm.
look forward to that. Try to like change it up and shit. And yeah, about this channel, don't know. Of
Holy
course,
shit.
podcasts will keep happening here. I may create some more content. It just depends on my schedule, especially with the streaming. So I may try to make a video or 2 a week. Who knows? But thank you guys for watching. Share, like, sub, do everything. Make sure to follow them everywhere with their outros. But yeah, peace. Talati, where can they find you at?
You can find me on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/Taladia Plays, same as YouTube. And also, you can check out Inside the Multiverse, which is a DC podcast that I do every 2 weeks or so and cover everything in relation to DC TV, movies, and video games. And yeah, we do have a Discord server for that as well, so we can check that out. I will. It'll be on my Twitter and also my Twitch live streams. I mainly play fighting games, and I'm going to be trying Horizon Zero Dawn this week, if I can get my PC sorted. So yeah, so I'll be doing that, and I also play MK11. So yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
All right. Good podcast. Good podcast. Miss you, Jigga. Hopefully you'll come back at some given time. But I know you're trying to make the guap. But I think I'm gonna stream Resident Evil, whatever the fuck that multiplayer shit is. If y'all want to come through for that, be much appreciated. Twitch.tv/blessedred. Also find me at Twitter at _blessedred, where I have the best hot takes ever. And yeah, follow Red Hood and everybody else here. Have a good night.
Leash.
Appreciate the invite. It's been a minute since I chatted up with y'all, so it's definitely fun. You can follow me on Twitter, @leash_R1. Yeah, so have a good night, y'all.
All right, guys. Hope you guys have a fantastic night, day, morning, wherever you guys are. Peace.